What's happening, weirdos? This is Joe Coy, who I was so happy to finally meet when I was on Hollywood Squares. I met him. I forget which square he was and which square I was. But here we are. I asked him to do the pod. I didn't think he would do it, and he did. And I'm blown away by how funny and kind and interesting and smart he is. And you're in for a treat. And also go see him on tour. He's on a world tour right now. Go to Joe Coy, that's JOKOY.com, and check out his movie Easter Sunday. Check out all of his specials. I am also on tour. I'm going to my own website right now. I'm in my hotel here, as you can see, in Milwaukee. Thank you to all the weirdos that sold out most of the shows, almost all 5 shows. So thank you for that. I am going to be next in Minneapolis, which is awesome, just for one night. Denver, coming back to Denver. Raleigh, Indianapolis, Seattle, Portland. We sold out our first show in Portland at the Aladdin. We're adding a second show. And then Eugene, Oregon. Go to PeteHolmes.com for tickets to all of those. And in the meantime, enjoy my hilarious, interesting chat with the wonderful Joe Coy. Get into it. You know, I think I would jokingly call you Yosef, even if it wasn't like from your I'm not really doing it from your act.
I love it.
You just have the energy of someone. I'd be like, I'm gonna call this guy. I was gonna say motherfucker.
I told you that too.
Yosef. I'm thrilled to see you. Voice to Men.
Yeah, last night Hollywood Bowl.
Oh, last night?
Yeah, 3 shows.
For the wine?
They did everything. Light the fire. Yeah.
Girl, your wish is my command.
Yeah.
I always thought they might say your wish is my desire to keep it rhyming.
Yeah.
They don't care.
No.
About seducing.
They're about seducing. I'm best friends with the lead singer.
Which one's the lead singer?
Wanye Morris is the lead.
Wanye tells you he's the lead.
He's the lead.
Talk to the other ones.
Yeah, they're the leads.
The Skinny's the lead.
To be honest, you know what's crazy? What's crazy is all 3 of them are geniuses, right? Together they make Boys to Men. But Wanye, he's the big power voice. But
is he? Don't let it go, although we've come. Is he the one that's kind of pleading?
Yeah, he's the one always begging.
Like that?
Yes.
He's not the Skinny.
Yes.
Skinny.
That's Slim. That's Sean.
Sean looks like the skinny guy in ice hockey for the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Yes. I'll make sure you told him that.
Please text him.
I'm going to text him right now.
You got his math? Text him that. No, just text him he'll know.
Yeah.
Text him the image of the ice hockey. Okay. Remember there was regular not to body shame, but there was the regular kind of Mario, and then there was the big guy who was slow but strong, skinny. That's what's his name?
That's Sean.
Sean. Got it right. Sean.
And then Nate.
Nate is...
He created the group.
Oh.
Band. Yeah, they're the band.
Okay.
Yeah.
I prefer group. They like bands?
I prefer band. They play their instruments, yeah.
They play instruments?
Oh yeah, they're amazing.
Wait, they play musical instruments?
Oh yeah.
This is just me having Boys to Men on.
Yeah, they're phenomenal, man. You know what's crazy is they started that he wrote that song when he was 16, 17.
End of the Road? Mm-hmm. Shush.
100%. See, that's what people don't know. He was just a kid in high school when he wrote that song.
Like, who was he breaking up with at 16?
Exactly.
That he loved them that intensely?
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
When did he lose
pretty
his
amazing.
virginity? 5s?
4s.
Those are uncomfortable.
I think these are great.
Okay. It tells me something about your arches that works.
And I had
for
toe
you.
surgery.
Because you wear those.
And I'm not even a Jordan fan anymore. I'm done with them.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I think I hit an age.
The suits?
The 50s. I hit 50s and it's done.
Why?
I don't know. You're just like you said, arches. That's something old people say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
my son doesn't say arches. He doesn't even know there's arches.
No. He doesn't know.
He calls them feet.
Yeah. He doesn't know from lumbars.
No, he doesn't know
any
what lumbar
of that.
is.
But you
know, when I get a pillow for my neck,
Yeah.
I roll it up and put it in my lumbar. Whereas my son wears it around his neck.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are you putting it there?
He doesn't need anything.
Back
he feels
pain.
fantastic.
Yeah.
He feels better than you on your best day every day.
We fly, my son works for me and we fly everywhere together. So which is great because he sits right next to me. And it's literally just, this is how he sleeps, right? Just like that. And then just spit like that. And it's connected. And then we land and he goes like this. And he goes like that.
And he's off.
And then we go.
And he's fine.
And we go and just spit.
That's pretty gross.
Yeah, it's very gross.
What does he do for you?
I mean, I can say nothing. And he makes a killing. But he handles my merch.
He handles the merch.
He handles my merch.
Yeah,
and he does it really, really well.
Well, there's no way someone from the venue couldn't do that.
Well, no, they couldn't. I have to hire a staff.
Really?
It's an arena.
Oh, yeah. I'm picturing the Comedy Works.
Yeah. Well, then it was me doing it.
Right.
Now
I was trying to shit on
different.
your son, not your crowd sizes.
Yeah.
I was trying to go with the bit that he does nothing, but he does do something.
Oh yeah,
he handles the merch.
it. It's pretty. It's pretty.
He's keeping an eye on it.
It's pretty. Well, no, he has to count it in and bring it in. It's a loading process.
What's
it's
the
crazy.
big seller?
Big seller would be, I say the Funko Pops.
Oh, you sell your own Funko Pop.
Yeah.
Is that an official Funko Pop?
Yeah, all three of them. Yeah.
You have 3.
I was number 4.
What do you mean?
Out of the comic Funko Pops, I was number 4.
Who else has a Funko?
Oh man, I don't know anymore because they're up to like 20 now.
Oh, but who were the first 3?
Gabe had the first 2.
Oh,
yeah.
They hit Gabe twice.
Gabe's is crazy. Gabe comes out with a Funko Pop and he'll sell
Look, I'm not gonna
20,000 in one day.
Really?
It's 20,000 Funko Pops, easy,
Wow.
in one day, at like $30 a pop.
I always look at Funko Pop and I'm like, how did they do this? Like if some guy came to you and was like, I'm going to create a collectible. Like it really feels like I can feel the engineering behind it. Like they're like, people like collecting stuff.
Yeah.
We're going to make a thing.
Yeah.
It's just a thing, but we're going to call it a Funko Pop. They have black eyes.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of how they're uniform. But I don't know if I'd be like, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
And you go in a store, all they sell are Funko Pops.
Yeah.
Gabriel.
I met the guy that created it.
You did?
And he's a genius.
Tell me. He's
just
in Boyz II
because
Men?
what you just said.
That's what I
you
mean
just
is
said.
he knew something I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, art is subjective, right?
I don't look, no shade on Funko Pops.
Yeah.
That's marketing is not subjective.
I think it is. It is.
You think it's the aesthetics.
I think whatever you think is art is art, and I think he creatively came up with it because he truly passionately loves what he came up with.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's not art.
Yeah.
I'm saying the marvel of Funko Pop is
Yeah.
not the design
Yeah.
of the Funko Pop. That's part of it. This dude pushed that boulder over a huge hill.
Yeah.
And like marketed the fuck out of it. I'm complimenting him in a
Oh
different way.
yeah, 100%. But I don't even think marketing was involved with Funko Pop.
What are you saying
I think
now?
it blew up. I think it blew up on its own.
No, I know
yes.
nothing about it,
I
but
think
there's no way it
I
did.
think after Funko Pop kind of took like this thing, then there was marketing, and then corporate got behind it. For sure.
Really?
But it became like this thing. It just blew up.
So it started as like art shows.
It started at like Comic Cons and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the guy is like, he's so nice. He's just this
Yeah.
guy that just loves cartoons and
Yeah.
And
So it's
things. Just-
legit.
yeah.
It's not like a boy band that was designed in a lab.
First of all, that Boyz II Men was created like they love music.
Right.
And they weren't created by
Oh,
anybody.
by the way, I wasn't thinking Boys to Men. I was thinking of like 98 Degrees.
Oh,
when I
you
say
better
that.
stop it
Yeah.
right now.
No, I'm going to throw some shade right on their fire.
Stop.
98 degrees, that's not even that hot. I'm 98 degrees. I'm more than 98
No,
degrees
you're
every day.
120 right now.
That's right.
You've always been 120.
Look, let's get some fucking clickbait. I don't give a fuck. Couldn't name one person in 98 degrees. You like 98 degrees?
Yeah. What was there?
You can't even think of it.
Yeah, I can because
Nope.
he's a nice guy. He's
Oh no! Now I'm
Nick
now-
Lachey.
Nick Lachey was
Nick
in
Lachey
98
was-
degrees.
Yeah, and his brother. Yeah, and Nick Lachey's he's so nice.
Stop it. See,
You stop it, Pete.
I'm talking to someone who
You're
knows
not
these
that
people.
guy.
I'm not.
You are not
I
that
was
guy.
trying to pick a band that was really made. What is an example if not 98 degrees? I don't know. Like built by a PR
I don't know.
firm.
I don't know how they were built.
Yeah, me neither. And who
But
cares?
Who gives? I
I don't. I really don't. I did for a moment seem like I was going to be the guy that
Nick's
represents.
wife is Filipino. I know that too.
Oh shit. Mm-hmm. That's hot.
So there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
And Ryan Gosling is married to a Filipino.
Is he?
Is his wife Filipino?
I don't know.
I don't know who his wife is.
I don't know.
Oh, Ava, she's not Filipino.
Nope. Well, Pete,
You know why I
that's
thought that?
bad. You might want to. Let's go to a break after that one.
This is awkward, but we're sponsored by the Filipino Justice
by
League.
VITA COCO.
We're sponsored by VITA COCO.
Ava Mendes.
Ava Mendes.
Ava Mendes.
Oh, we're wrong every way.
Yeah.
Nothing washes down racial tension like VITA COCO. What flavor do you have there, Joe?
This is regular flavor with a hint of lime.
If you're a white person struggling to know what race someone is,
And you want to know what coconuts are, but only like limes, try VITA COCO.
is coconut a little too in your face?
I just drank a little bit of racism, and it's gone now.
Wash it down with electrolytes.
This is better when it's 98 degrees outside.
Oh, shit. Now, I would never.
This drink will make a boy to a man.
Yeah. To a man. To a man. Did you just end a prayer? To a man.
Boy to a man.
To a man.
What is this one too? Is this another one that you have sponsored?
You should drink that.
I am.
It's a little bit of matcha.
You promise there's nothing?
You'll love it. You won't even. You'll notice that you're in a great mood.
There's no like
caffeine, nootropics, and adaptogens. That's all it is. You'll love it. It's Magic Mind.
How old are you?
I'm 45. You're 9 years older than me.
Your hair is like phenomenal.
Modern Mammals.
Are you being serious?
We're doing all the sponsors.
Are you being serious right now?
That is my favorite shampoo, yeah.
Yeah, your hair is phenomenal. I've been looking at it for a while right now.
I like you a lot. I was going to help.
Okay, there's no like
Weed,
drugs,
CBD,
CBD,
nothing.
because I can't do it. I really cannot do it.
A little bit of green tea, matcha.
Okay, but there's no CBD.
There's nothing like that.
Because
Nope.
I can't read this right now because I have my contacts in.
Dude, 45 is when it starts to happen. I'm
Yes.
foggy all the time.
I can't see.
I can't read shit.
I can't read
and
shit.
I'm proud.
man.
I'll take that flashlight out on a date. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a
Eat
fuck.
shit. I can't see your fucking 8 font.
Yeah.
8
Why
point
are they doing it? What is that?
to fuck us.
Who is
to
that?
fuck us.
So your description is like.
Oh, I'm
like-
sorry.
So
Reduce.
that's in here?
You're going to put
Oh, wait,
scallops.
it said bacon?
I'm sorry.
Where
Oh.
does it say bacon? Where does it say bacon, you fucking asshole? I saw seared scallops.
You're going to put bacon in an 8-point font?
What?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to have potato soup right now, and you're making
I'm
me.
a pescatarian.
This is a meat cheat because you had a cute little font.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's a pescatarian? It's someone that doesn't eat bacon, you fucking asshole.
Does bacon swim in the sea?
Do scallops crave bacon, you fuck?
Scallops have no nervous system. That's why I'm fine with them.
Hey, asshole, it says seafood section. Why is there pork in here?
Why'd pork sneak in? What if I was Muslim?
I want to meet the fisherman that caught a goddamn pig in the ocean.
Halal! Just yell halal.
Hello.
Halal! I know that because I lived in New York.
Promise me there's no drugs in this.
There's no pork. There's no drugs. And
Promise me.
when you love it, I'll have them send you a whole bunch and you're going to love it. Great for writing. Great for shows.
So one more time.
I drink
Pete,
that.
I
Yes.
have to ask you because we
Joe.
have it on tape.
Joe.
You fucking asshole.
I'm going to tell you what's in
I
it.
swear to God.
There's no CBD.
If I start looking at your blinds because I think there's 1,000 cops out there because I'm tripping so fucking hard
Not happening.
because you gave me a bottle of fucking Magic Mind.
It's not that kind of magic. Magic Mind. It's not that kind of magic. Hair by Modern Mammals. I wish you had hair.
You ready?
You put it in your beard.
I'm going to do this right now.
Yeah. Dude, your bet.
How do you feel? You're not going to believe this, but I think you right now. I'm feeling a little bit of magic.
Joe, how you enjoy your Magic Mind?
I don't know what's going on right now, but I'm in the mood for bacon.
Look in the seafood section.
What's going on right now?
You're crazy, man.
It's basically Andre the Giant voice. It's hot today. This is coming off.
You're so full of shit.
What do you mean?
It's not that hot in here.
guess
It's
I'm
not
just-
that hot.
guess I'm just
You just
working.
wanted to do that with your hair.
Oh, shit. Just
I do miss.
Trying to be
I
hot.
do miss hair. And when I see someone that grows long hair to pull it back,
like in a pone.
know what you do.
A swoosh back.
And it's always been like, dude, I was so depressed when I had to shave my head because I lost my hair in the middle here first, the widow's peak.
Oh, yeah.
And I was the first to go. And it happened when I was like 22.
Like the guy from Prodigy. Remember the song Firestarter?
I remember Firestarter.
He had like a mohawk that went like this.
Yeah.
That's where he had it.
Really?
No shade, Firestarter guy.
Oh, so he did that because he was losing his hair?
Look, dude, I'm not saying he was losing his hair.
I don't know what's going on.
No, there's no negativity here. I'm just saying that's a great choice if you're losing your hair. I'm saying a mohawk, very difficult. That's exactly where you lose it.
Yes.
That's why punk rock is like, I'm young, I'm here, fuck you.
Fuck you.
I'll just have it where you want it.
Yeah.
The man.
Yeah.
Right?
Here you go, God.
Fuck. Wait. I was going to say, but I didn't.
No, don't.
I didn't.
Don't do that.
That was in the Book of Mormon, though. Did you see that?
Don't do it.
Did you see Book of Mormon?
I saw it 3 times.
I think I saw it 3 times.
Yeah.
So good.
And all 3 times.
Uncomfortable.
Amazing.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that song is always a little like,
the whole goddamn show is
yeah. It doesn't get easier.
I tell everyone it's the best musical.
It is.
Hands down.
Hamilton's down. Look, I'd tell it.
Book of Mormon.
Book of Mormon.
Yeah. Every time someone goes, and then they always like give me that look like, really? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Fuck. Go watch Book of Mormon and then go watch Phantom of the Opera after. You're going to be like, let's go back to Book of Mormon.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
1 billion%.
You're absolutely right. It's unbeatable.
I've done it.
You what?
I went to Phantom and I was just like, should we go?
Yeah.
The lead in Book of Mormon is
Currently?
well, whoever it is. I don't even know the person's name, and I wish I did. 3 times I've seen it. 2 is the same guy, and then the 3rd one was a different guy, and he was amazing.
Yeah.
I'm just like, fuck, man, these guys can't miss.
I know.
They can't, and the whole set, everything, the whole crew is just like they got it locked in,
And it's got a great message.
Yeah, it does.
It's so cheeky, and then at the end it sneaks in. It sneaks in. Phantom is just like, ooh, the whole time. There's no twist.
Stop.
Fuck you, Phantom.
Really?
Fuck you, Les Mis.
What?
Fuck you, Les Mis.
Who are you, Les Mis?
The name of the musical is my review.
Yeah.
Les Miserables.
Miserable.
You got to have, imagine if you had
You
a tour.
guys are miserable.
What if you had a tour called Joe Coy? Miserable. That's balls.
And it's just on a turntable. Like each bit, it just.
Oh, because they're always
on
walking in
turntables.
place. Like, we must out of the Bastille or whatever it is.
Yeah.
When
I'm not going to lie. I did like Les Mis.
Of course. I hate it.
No, you didn't.
I don't like it. You know why? I can't get out of my head. The rhymes are too obvious. They're like, we will go down there and prepare, and we will then prepare. I'm like, I can't do it.
And there's always
I
that
can't
one
do
that's
basics.
just like, shouldn't be singing, but can sing, and it almost sounds like a witch. Right? And then they come out and down the town.
He auditions and he's like,
I'm here to read for Les Mis. And then they come below.
we have a part for you.
It's not quite singing. Yeah, but it sounds on tune.
It's a squawk. On tune.
On tune.
On tune.
Hello. On tune.
Wow. When I was in a punk band, would go, "Blah," and then you jump to end the song. Great feeling.
6'4" punk.
6'4" punk?
You're 6'4".
6'5".
Oh, 6'5".
And a halvesies.
Punk.
I know.
Bro.
Nobody needs that.
You know, that's intimidating.
You mean like a big old dude?
intimidating. Well,
People
yeah.
used to try to, because
First of all, you're already big on stage.
Yeah.
With lights and everything, you can look very tall on stage. And now you're 6'5". Were you playing bass?
I was playing bass.
Fuck yeah, bro. Come on.
Slap at a bass. When did you shave your head?
Oh, man, it took me. That was the worst day. I couldn't leave the house. It took me like 3
You're
days.
such a great bald guy, though. GBG.
It took me a
Great
while.
bald guy. And not bald guy. Great head. I don't know how to say it.
I get so jealous when I see people with hair.
Really?
Oh, yeah. My son has a beautiful head of hair, man. It's
I always thought
natural.
that the natural good looking, the Jason Statham, the Bruce Willises, that they're just sort of like.
Wish they all had hair. Yeah, for sure. 1 billion fucking percent. 1 billion percent.
Jason Statham is like,
Wishes he had hair.
God, I wish I had
I
hair.
could kick your ass.
I'll kick your
Bro,
ass.
Fuck, I wish I could put my fingers through my hair. I don't even know if that's his accent.
I'd give away all my kung fu just for
Oh,
one
fuck.
lick of hair.
Here's my black belt. Just give me one lock.
I'd trade all my brood
Come on.
for a
Here's
pompadour.
3 ninja stars. Give me your sideburns. He's a fucking certified ninja. He traded all in for your fucking quaff.
I'll give you my nunchaku.
Come on.
Just give me a little bit on the side. Jason Statham wants
2
hair.
swords and a handgun. Just give me your fucking bangs. Jesus Christ.
Funnier than Jason Statham wants
Hair.
He wants.
He should do a whole movie where he's just looking for hair. I'll
It's
put it around here somewhere. And he just beats the shit out of anyone. Someone took my fucking hair.
believable plugs
Son of a bitch.
this summer.
This summer.
Believable plugs.
Jason Statham isn't bald. He's got hair.
Oh my God, I'd love to see him in a
Someone's got my hair.
He opens with hair.
Yeah.
He looks like Simba.
Yeah.
He looks
yeah.
amazing.
Oh,
and then he
the
wakes up.
sun's rising.
The inciting incident
Yeah.
is, God damn it, where's my fucking
Where the
hair?
fuck is my hair?
And then he just starts kicking everyone he meets.
Yeah.
This isn't it. This isn't it. He's trying to pull it off.
Pete Holmes is the guy with hair.
Fuck you, Statham. His name
Fuck
is
you, Pete.
I'm behind glass, though.
Yeah.
I'm in a robot, like
Oh,
Dr.
yeah,
Robotnik.
yeah.
Like Sonic.
Oh, like Sonic, yes.
And he's got to be fast. I think we could sell that.
I think so.
We could have sold that 2 years ago.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. It's over. It's over. I watched Easter Sunday. I think it's fantastic.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you.
My question is more like, will it happen again? Do you think you'll do it again?
That was the hardest thing to ever shoot. It was during the pandemic.
Oh, really?
So we were all 6 feet apart. All the auditions were Zoom.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean? But Steven was amazing. Spielberg was amazing. He gave me everything. It was the most beautiful thing in the world.
Yeah, I saw the DreamWorks thing at the beginning. I was like,
Amazing.
how did you get in touch with old Spielberg?
He watched Coming in Hot. This is like, I love telling the story because it's just crazy. It's like I'm in love with Steven. I love all his work. You know what I mean? As a kid, like Hook was like my favorite movie.
Dude, when the DreamWorks thing started, when
It
I
was
was playing the movie, I was like,
crazy.
it was like that.
It was nuts.
Yeah.
Even I was like,
Yeah.
and it was a theatrical release. That was cool.
We can say it our way. It was a real movie.
Yeah, man. It was, come on, man. Like when you get an opportunity to do something and, you know, my mom is such a influential part of who I am. And, you know, I got to give my mom a voice and I got to do it on the big screen. She lived in this country she's living still, but you know, it's different now, but to, you know, she finally can watch a movie and go, that's my voice. And that's what I sound like. And that's what I do. And that's my family. And, you know, it's crazy because, you know, the story was loosely based on my mom and my aunt fighting because they've been fighting for years. They haven't talked in years. And, you know, and now that my mom is sick, she no longer has a voice. My mom doesn't have a voice anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And,
She had a tracheotomy.
no, worse. It's bad. It just happened recently.
Oh, I'm so sorry, man.
No, it's okay. It's life changing, and you know, I don't like it. You brought it up, so you know, I want to like shout out my mom because now she can watch that movie and like live vicariously through it, you know, and she can't walk anymore. It's just life changing. Life hits you hard, and this just happened like a month ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's really like, what the fuck, you know? But at least I have that, and at least she got to see it, and now it's always going to be there. And now my mom and my aunt talk. You know what I mean? It's like it's always like traumatic shit that ends things, and it's just like, why can't you guys end this before the trauma? You know what I mean? Like,
we talk about that all the time.
It's
like,
crazy,
try
right?
to have a conversion, and I'm talking about like that reconciliation could have happened before.
Yeah.
And people that have diagnoses like that always say the same. It's like, why was I taking it so seriously?
Yeah.
Why were we so mad at each other? I'm not talking about, let's take your mom out of it.
Yeah.
I don't know your mom. I'm just talking about in general.
Yeah.
And also when people spend time together.
Yeah.
We talk about the movie Green Book a lot. Remember the movie Green Book? So a racist guy goes on a road trip with a black guy. By the end, he's not racist. Classic.
Yeah.
Just skip the road trip, guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't have time to send you on a road trip with every other type of person.
Yeah.
So just, it's hard to do, but assume,
Yeah.
one, when I'm towards the end of my life, I'm going to see how petty this beef is. And 2, if I was on a road trip with almost anyone, I'm pretty sure maybe even anyone, long enough, save each other's lives a few times, you could find compassion for anybody, find understanding for anybody.
So you've had this conversation before? Because this happened. I hate to change gears right now, but
we've already got more laughs than most episodes, so you can be serious the rest of the time.
No, it just sucks because it's like you said, it's like, man, we could have skipped all this bullshit, man. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing now? And now it's like, you brought up the movie, and it's like, at least I got this beautiful actress that plays my mom, and it's like, boom, that's my mom.
Yeah.
Like literally, and that was the conversation I had with her, the actress that played her. I go, please do my mom justice on this one, like really, like, and she did. She nailed my mom, like she nailed it, and it's just cool because my mom gets to watch that, and it's just it's just
That's
sucks. Like, why do we have to go through this?
The movie Air.
Yeah,
remember Michael Jordan? Hey, we're back to Jordan. Would only sign off if I'm so bad at names. The woman that played Michael Jordan's mother in that movie. It's the most famous. It's one of the most famous. Katie's going to get it. People are yelling it at their old-timey radios right now. But anyway, when it comes to sons casting their mothers, no joke.
Who played his mom in that? I don't want to...
Viola Davis. See, welcome to the most obvious things in the world podcast. Viola Davis. But he was like, I'll only do it if Viola Davis plays my mother.
That's amazing.
So you had a similar situation. Please do my mother... honor her.
Yeah.
I have to imagine though, like growing up, you didn't always like you seem like a really sweet, grounded, centered person, and you have this respect for your mother. Growing up with that mom, not knowing what was special or unique about her, it's just your mom. It couldn't have always been easy to have sort of like a doting mother who's like kind of being protective of you, and rubbing you in vapor rub, and worrying about you getting roofied, all these things. They're funny now.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm going to ask. When did you realize your family was unique and people wanted to hear about it?
I think when, I compare my life with my son's life and how different it is with the times that we live in now, right? Like my son can literally move to a city anywhere he wants in the world.
Yeah.
And just put a brief description of who he is and who he'd like to hang out with. And there'll be a community found in a matter of seconds for him. Yeah. And he can go, oh, you like game? You're a gamer and you like to shop and drink coffee, huh? Well, we got a bunch of us over here. Right here. You're in Australia? Come on, hang out with us. Yeah. And my mom, and I gotta pound this because all my mom has now is me to be able to tell people what she went through. She didn't have that when she came to this country in the 60s. She was doing a lot of racism, within our own family. She's married to a white guy, you know what I mean? And
so his relatives weren't super
I'm not going to put that out there.
Let's do it.
I don't want to because I love my family, but I'm just saying there was a lot of heat in the kitchen, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you got a woman that's not from here that's dealing with all kinds of bullshit around her that her only thing is to be like, okay, it's okay. You can say that. That's fine. Just I'm happy to be here. You know what I mean?
Like,
whereas now you got a voice. Now you can be like, what did you say? Right. Even if you're an immigrant, you put your phone up. Say it again. Say it to my face. Let me go public with this. Say it. Say it to my face. Right. But back then, my mom had to, deal with like some racist shit, and tap me on the shoulder and be like, "It's okay, he does it." No,
that's a funny ad for Instagram Live.
Yeah, man, that's pretty good.
Stamp out racism.
I would love it.
Instagram Live. Yeah, it's fun. You can share recipes. Yeah, you can catch racists.
Catch racists with Instagram. Instagram racists. Catch the next racist in your community with Instagram.
That's your premise.
And then just it's like TMZ shot.
It basically is TMZ. Yeah, we TMZ.
Let's do it.
But for justice.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Just to relate, not to compare, but my mom moved to...
Hi, I'm Pete Holmes. What did you just call that black woman?
The bit's not over.
What did you call that black woman? Is it rolling?
Even as a bit. Even as a bit. And in that riff, you
Speaking
were me?
of coconut, do you mean because I'm Asian,
Oh my God.
Mr. Holmes?
Why is it?
Because it has to shake. It has to shake. It's TMZ.
I didn't say anything.
You didn't say anything with the coconut?
No, I don't understand.
So the coconuts is because your guest is Asian?
No, everyone gets a coconut water.
Okay, well, I watched one episode, Mr. Holmes, and
They got
there was
it.
a German guy, and he had a pint of beer.
The weirdest cancellation.
Mr. Holmes?
The only beverage cancellation. I put out coconut water for a Filipino. The Filipinos love coconut?
Oh. Mr. Holmes, your question? It's right here. Do Filipinos love coconut? It's written right here in Sharpie.
No!
Do Filipinos love coconut? Say it
You
again.
said yes!
Do Filipinos like coconut?
Filipinos love coconut! You said it with your face.
I didn't.
Your face
I
said,
did not-
hell yeah. We have the footage.
Right here. Question 4. Do Filipinos love coconut? It's right below. It's right below. Do Asians love rice? We'll be right back. I think we need to talk.
The music fades up. Silhouettes. The lights come.
I think we need to talk. Look. I think we.
Look, it's the first beverage cancellation, and I'm proud to be a part of it. Of all the things to go down for, putting out coconut water.
Coconut water for the Asian. Is Joe Coy coming? Do we have coconut water? Well, get some fucking coconuts! That would have been funny if there were 2 coconuts with straws in them.
Would that have been over the line?
If the straws were nunchucks. They're a little nunchuck.
It goes through the chain. My daughter would love it. Nunchuck. Straw.
You know what's pissing me off, though, is that you haven't drank any of your sponsored drink.
I have my Magic Mind.
How about this, though? You don't like coconut, do you?
No, I love it. Mine is the pressed original. Yours is what? You said lime, right?
Light.
But it's pineapple.
That's pineapple.
I will have some.
Thank you.
My mom moved here from Lithuania when she was 7,
That's beautiful.
and she also faced a lot of Boston. She doesn't go into it too much, but I believe rough.
Pete, you know what's crazy, man, is women are just built different. And the skin on a woman is just so I don't know, you can't explain it, man. It's just
You mean the
tougher.
grit of our mothers?
They're just fucking strong. Women, and I mean women to this day.
Yeah.
But the shit that your mom went through and my mom went through, we can't explain to this generation.
Yeah.
We can't. And all they have is us telling it to them, and no matter what, they just don't get it. The fucking shit that your mom went through.
Yeah. And to your point,
And to be talked down to and to dismiss them and treat them like they're invisible. One, as a woman, but also as an immigrant.
Yeah.
It's just a double whammy. And then to raise their son and let them know that, no, you don't want to be like this. Be this, Pete.
right.
Because I don't want you to feel what I'm feeling. I'm your mom. I'll take the arrows in my back. You just walk through this path, Pete.
Right.
I got it.
Right.
And that's fucked up because when you tell people what they went through, then they're like, oh, well, you're just telling that story about your mom, huh? Motherfucker, yeah. Because my mom can't do it now. She can't tell her story. So yeah, I'm going to tell that story. And you're going to hear what my mom goes through. And you get to see how she has to live her life that you don't get to see. Because she has to be invisible. It sucks, man.
And I have to imagine you learned that grit. In comparison, what your mother went through coming up through comedy wasn't.
Dude, I did this one joke. Pete, where I go, and it's not even a joke. It's we're at church, and my mom is literally at church because she's trying to find her community. That's why I said that about the Facebook with my son or looking for someone to hang out with in any country. My mom literally would just go to church, one, because she needs to go to church every Sunday. That's her thing. And then 2, she's looking for other Filipinos.
Yeah.
That's where she's looking. So it's she's praying and then looking for anything brown. And I would see my mom do it. As a little kid, I'd see my mom do that. And I didn't know if I was sad or what, but I'd be embarrassed because I'm like, oh, she's going to go talk to her. Here she goes. I didn't know how important that was to my mom until now. I get it. You're in this country. There's nothing representing you on TV. There's nothing that she can watch that has her accent or speaks her language. So people are ignoring her. They're dismissing her. So now she just wants to be around her community. So who can I talk to? And then she'll find them. And then next thing you know, she's renting out nights at Columbus Hall every Sunday. And we got all these Filipinos that my mom has gathered. And now we're doing these like events every Sunday.
She started it.
Oh, yeah.
No way.
Yeah, we're still friends with like all those people that my mom met when she came here.
Wow. That
she met in church. You know what I mean? They're all still friends. And that's where I would perform. My sister would perform. I would dance. My sister would sing. And they would have potluck. And you know what I mean? And yeah.
I also started in church. That's actually what I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
Was there something sweet about a church audience?
Yeah.
I would go up and, he's a scandalized comedian, but I would do like a Bill Cosby routine in church, and people would be really supportive.
Yeah.
And I think there's a reason why you see people who might not be bold enough to sing, like let's say in a nightclub, who will sing in church and get that support. Was that your experience?
Yeah. Well, I think when you're poor, we didn't have. See, here's another thing that they won't know, this generation. If you didn't have cable. Yeah, because these kids have the best TVs in their hands.
Yeah.
If you didn't have cable, you had a fucking shitty television. That's what you had.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so when you're poor and you couldn't afford cable, if anyone had a little bit of talent in the family, that was the most, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I had to see my sister sing 5 songs in the living room when people came over to the house, or me dance, or you know what I mean, or me be funny, and my mom like, Joseph, come here, do that one thing that you did, and then I have to do it.
Yeah.
That's why when I saw Raw, when Keenan shot that intro for Raw, and it's little Eddie performing, you know, he talks about the monkey throwing shit. You remember? Mm-hmm. I remember watching that going, that's me. Like I was
just doing shows.
Yeah, that's me. Like that's exactly what we do. It's the living room. It's that my mom telling us to perform. So it's like, yeah, man, it's a different time.
When did you shift from dancing to doing comedy for the family?
Oh man, I fell in love. I went to Raw, by the way. I went to it live.
You did?
Yeah, I was 15.
Oh my God.
And I bought my tickets with my mom's credit card on the phone. So back then, you know, here's the thing, they don't talk about this. This is why these credit card companies are full of shit, right? There is no security. You know, they want people to steal shit. And to this day, they still want them to steal it. Because back then, all you had to do was say the name correctly on the card.
Right. There was no billing address.
Oh, no. Yeah. And your name again?
There was no 3 numbers on the back.
And the person on the other line just had to go, sounds like you own it. That sounds like that sounds like a Josephine to me.
So wait, you're 15. You probably
I bought 2 tickets. Yeah. Seattle. It was the Seattle Coliseum back then, and Raw was coming, and I bought 2 tickets to, and I had like row 15, dead center.
Wow.
And the person on the other line told me I got those tickets.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. And I used my mom's voice. That's the fucking truth.
You called to buy tickets to Eddie Murphy, Raw.
Yeah. I'd like 2 tickets to the Eddie Murphy concert, please. And your name? Josephine. Josephine, okay. What seats would you like? My God, the best that money can buy. Please. The best.
My God.
My God. Really? Eddie Murphy? Give me 2 tickets. My God. And we got them. I went to Bon Marché, and this is when Ticketmaster used to be upstairs in the human resources department. It was in the corner. It wasn't even like a big thing back then. And the tickets were in like a little thing like this. And they're just, and I showed my school ID, and they gave me the tickets.
Wow.
And then I told my mom I was going to a movie, and she drove us all the way to Seattle. And she was like, what the fuck? Why didn't you get tickets?
Passing all the movie theaters?
To the movie theater in Tacoma. Why are we going to Seattle? No Uber, so she had to drive around.
Killing time.
You meet me here at the end of the show. There's no phone. She doesn't have a cell phone.
It was landmarks.
She just waited for people to, when they start leaving, you come here. And
That
then she had to keep fucking driving around.
Street lamp.
Yep.
Let's pray it's still flickering when the show lets up.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you got to find the flickering
Yeah.
one. That should pick you up.
It was
Did
the craziest
change
shit
your
when I
life?
changed my life.
Yeah.
I fell in love with Delirious. I was in love with Richard Pryor audio, right? Because my neighbor had the Richard Pryor tapes. And then when HBO would give free weekends to people, you could record.
yeah.
And I got lucky and got Delirious on VHS. I recorded it. And I mean, that was I would watch that before school, while I'm eating breakfast, and then come home after school, pop it in. Before I went to bed, pop it in.
Wow.
And then they would kept giving us free HBO. It'd be like every other month. You get one weekend.
that.
You remember that?
Glorious.
And then I got Comic Relief, and I fell in love with Billy Crystal and Robin, and I fell in love with Whoopi. And then Whoopi's one-man show came out.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe what the fuck I was watching when she did all those characters. I was like, what is this? This is insane. Like, this isn't even stand-up anymore. She's doing she would do Fontaine, and she would do all these characters, and all she'd do is put a new hat on. So I fell in love with that. I watched that a million times, and I was just so in love with stand-up. And then, plus, we had a fucked up house, you know what I mean? So, like, that was my outlet, you know what I mean?
Well, I was going to ask, this is so me projecting myself onto you.
Yeah.
But we both had church-loving immigrant mothers.
Yeah.
If I had a tape of Raw, I would have watched it. I would have hooked up the VCR on TV under the bed sheet. So I could watch it.
Yeah.
You're just throwing it in?
My mom loved when I cursed. She thought it was the funniest thing.
She didn't have a problem with that.
Oh, not at all. Her thing with me when I was a kid is she goes, if you say it to me, you better watch out. Don't you ever say it to me. But you can say it to that fucking guy right now. Oh, she loved it. She loved it. And my mom had a fucking tongue on her.
Really?
Oh, man. My mom, that's why I always talk about her, because it's like, I did this one joke where this guy was yelling at me at a shoe store, and my mom came in. She came in.
You are not a referee.
Do not talk
I want to do the voice.
Yeah.
I just
You don't
realized
talk to my son like that.
Yeah.
Who are you? And then he made fun of her accent. And she used to always say that to people. I speak 2 languages. How many do you speak? 1? You're stupid.
Oh.
I speak 2 fluently. How many do you speak? 1? Wow. Wow. And you're making fun of me, huh? Wow.
Wow.
She's gangster.
I just wanted to say you're not a real referee.
She's
because it was a
gangster.
footlocker.
Yeah.
In my memory, you were at a footlocker.
Yeah.
What are you the referee of? Bullshit?
Yeah. Are you going to call timeout? Exactly. Get my fucking shoe. And my mom's like, good one.
My mom was also a fierce protector of me. And I remember...
They're a different breed, man.
Yeah.
How tall is your mom? Short.
Yeah, she's not as tall as I am.
Yeah, and she'll beat the fuck out of anyone when you can clearly take care of yourself.
Well, she's a very
She'll be like
fierce
this.
woman.
Back up, bit. Bit. I don't know your mom's accent. Bit. Over there.
I have a couple mom memories. They're not as funny as yours.
Yeah.
But like, I went to my friend Tim's house. I must have been in 3rd grade. And when we used to go to McDonald's, they would get us whatever we wanted. Meaning, I ordered like a man. I didn't want a Happy Meal. I was a little butterball, and I'd be like, "This is my heaven." And I would get a Big Mac, and I'd get a McNugget and a fry.
Wow,
very very crazy for the 80s.
Yeah,
and that was, but it was
very rich.
Very well. I mean,
that's rich.
McDonald's.
It's still rich. McNuggets was a little rich.
Okay.
McNuggets were rich.
I'll
bro.
concede that.
Yeah.
This is a story about my mom.
Okay.
And I'm a little businessman.
Yeah.
And I got my buttoned up rayon shirt, and I'm like, I'm at McDonald's. I usually get an entree and an appetizer.
That's so good. An appetizer at McDonald's.
Yeah, I want the
That's
appetizer.
great.
We'll start with the McNuggets.
That's so good.
A little palate cleanser with a McFlurry, like a sorbet in between courses.
I love this. Yeah.
Tim's dad said, no, you're getting a Happy Meal. Gets me a Happy Meal. And I remember just being like very taken aback by that. I understand this story is dripping with a certain kind of McDonald's privilege. I told my mom. She was like, how was it hanging out at Timmy's house? I go, it was great, but I'm hungry because we went to McDonald's. And story, I'm realizing I'm the joke in this story. I didn't get my second meal.
Are you serious?
What?
You needed a second meal?
No. I didn't get my McNuggets.
Oh,
I got a
got what you're
cheeseburger,
saying.
a small fry, and the toy and the drink.
Yeah.
And I used to get a grown-up
appetizer.
sandwich and the appetizer.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it was right. I'm saying it's what I was used to.
Yeah.
My mom, her face.
Stop.
She
Went back.
straight up. She went and talked to him and said, I'm not proud of this. Look, it just
No,
is
I
what
love
it
this.
is.
Say it.
She goes, if you can't afford it, I'll give you the extra money or something. Like she tried to like emasculate him. It's like, if you don't have the extra $1 to get my son, like something like that.
What?
It wasn't about money. It was like, you won't buy my son what he needs at a fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a little bit about money, but she wasn't having it.
No.
Because I was her baby.
I love
and
that.
her baby wanted the nuggies.
I love.
And she was like, you can't get a kid. A kid asked you for chicken McNuggets?
Wow.
And you said, no, you're getting a Happy Meal? I can see his side of things, but like, she's like, he's your guest.
Yeah.
You get him and I'll reimburse you. It was like that.
And that
I'll
was the last time you
reimburse
spoke to
That
that
was
family.
Absolutely the last
Yeah.
time I
and
hung
she
out
can,
with
and she
Tim.
can give 2 fucks.
She didn't care.
She don't care.
I struggled. Honestly, though, dude, a lot of the work that I do now, and I say that I received that as love, even though it made me deeply uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's possible to have both.
Yeah.
So much of what I realized I learned from my parents was like, people are not worth the hassle. It's like, stick to yourself.
Yeah.
Go to McDonald's alone
Yep.
and get your own shit.
Yep.
And I'm working as a grown up to go like, that's just not true. Like, I don't know if you've ever done parts work. I'm like going in and being like, that's not real. That Timmy Greenspan, I shouldn't say his full name, story is a real thing. But like, that doesn't mean people aren't safe.
Yeah.
You just didn't get nuggets that day. You can still love and be with people.
Yeah.
But it's taking a lot of deprogramming.
And here's another thing, though. Like you reliving that story, you're leaving out certain elements.
I'm sure.
So that's pretty fucked up because I'm pretty sure you probably cried.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, so you were crying. You were painfully sad.
I bet
you
I
probably
was.
made this person out to be like this horrible person. And you probably went to your mom and went, and you can only have a Happy Meal. No kid should be eating nuggets as well.
And he probably
And,
did. He was
and you
probably
said
like,
that to your mom, and
"No."
she was like, who the fuck? You know?
Yeah, that's probably true.
That's what
Dude,
happened.
I'll never forget. I was deplaning. Deplaning, good verb. And I saw this dude. He was getting his bag out of the overhead, and another guy wanted to like go around him or something. It was a very minor altercation, but the guy behind him was being impatient.
Yeah.
And the guy in front of him was like, he just kind of gave him like a what? Like with his body language, he said,
Yeah.
we're all going the same way. I'm gonna go as soon as the lane is clear. And he just kind of was like that. And then he got his bag and they all left. But there was a moment where these two dudes were kind of like, oh, yeah, like that.
Yeah.
But no words were really said.
Yeah.
Then I'm behind that dude on the escalator. He's on the phone and he's telling the story to one of his friends.
And it's completely exaggerated.
And I was like, dude, wrong day. Wrong guy, wrong day.
No.
I was like, you give me 3 feet. You give me 3 feet. Like,
No.
And I was behind this dude
You
going like,
witnessed his
none
whole
of
life?
this happened. None of this
You
happened.
should have said that out loud. You should have said that out loud.
None of that happened.
None of that happened.
He reported what happened up here
In
as
his
if
head.
it happened. As if it happened. So you're absolutely right. We are the least reliable narrators of
We
all time.
are.
And I was like, and that guy said, you don't get nuggets, fatso.
Yeah, you're an immigrant kid. Immigrants don't eat nuggets. Only privileged Americans eat nuggets.
Proud to be a nugget eater.
What?
Proud to be a nugget eater.
Oh, proud to be a nugget eater.
Where at least
Eat
barbecue
is
is free. And the sweet and sour on the side.
It's
Right,
for
right.
the Asians like you.
Oh, no.
You coconut. You coconut. You're a coconut.
No,
Say it, you coconut.
Filipinos don't love sweet and sour any more than any other people. Maybe a little bit more.
Just a tad
Because
more.
you got the taste for
Yeah,
it.
we love it, man.
The tang. It's not a dig. White
No.
people don't have the taste buds for
No,
it.
no.
They're too timid.
Yeah, unless there's an almond on it.
We love almonds.
They,
We love walnuts too. We're kind of hush about
that's
that.
one thing I hate
You ever eat
about
something
my
that
white
tastes
side.
like nostalgia?
They love walnuts.
It tastes like the attic.
If you ever look at a tree and go, I wonder what that tastes like, eat a walnut.
Have you ever looked at a woodpecker and been like, I wonder what he knows that I don't? Try a walnut.
Wow. That's a good one. That's a good one.
It's ready to
That
go.
woodpecker's just killing that fucking tree.
Have you ever laid on a bed of nails? I have. Not exactly. What I use is called a SHAKTI mat. What is a SHAKTI mat? It is a mat obviously, with thousands and thousands of small, tiny spikes on it. And what does it do? It melts away my back pain, my tension, my stress, neck, shoulders, arms, and it's there whenever I need it. It's a little bit like cold exposure in that it hurts a little bit at first. There is a shock, there is some pain, and then after a couple minutes, it starts to melt away into this warm, boosted circulation body feeling that is deep relaxation. And unlike massage, which is expensive, difficult to book, and you end up oily, Shakti mat is there whenever I need it. So when I just feel that tension creeping up into my shoulders and I want a massage, but I don't have time for a massage, I just roll out the Shakti mat, lay down on it right then and there. It's on call, on demand, whenever you need it, however much you need it, and it melts away that pain for me. It is incredible. It's intense. It's fun. I've tried other kinds of acupressure mats, but there is no comparison. Shakti is by far the highest quality materials, and they're made in India by people who are paid fairly and made with the best available materials. And Shakti is the sharpest on the market, which means they work the best. They're the only ones that have worked for me personally. I can vouch for that. We're talking about deeper sleep, stress relief, muscle relaxation, better circulation, mental clarity, and just a general sense of wellness whenever you need it. That is the key for me. There's a lot of things we can do to de-stress, sauna, whatever it might be, but nothing is like the Shakti mat in that you just unfurl it, have a quick lay, and feel that tension melting away. I swear by it. It's been a secret weapon of mine for over a year. I swear you will love it. If you love it 1/10 as much as I do, you're about to lose your mind. Go to Shakti Mat, SHAKTIMAT.com, and use promo code WEIRD30 at checkout, and you will get 30% off your Shakti mat. I would say get the pillow as well. It curls under your neck, and it feels so good. I absolutely love it. Your friends, if your friends are like mine, when they see it, they're going to want to try it too. It's kind of a fun little conversation starter, and when people see how it feels, they want to get one as well. So go to ShaktiMat.com and use promo code WEIRD30 for 30% off. We're also brought to us by our friends at The Perfect Gene. You guys know I'm not just reading copy like a robot, mechanically telling you that you should get the perfect gene and the perfect t-shirt. This is a perfect t-shirt. This is a perfect gene t-shirt. Why am I wearing it? Oh, on the chair behind me, why are those perfect jeans? Because it's what I wear. Why? Because they are the softest, best looking, best feeling, highest quality clothes that I found. This shirt is the best t-shirt I own. You can see it's a little bit stretchy, and it's the same thing with the Perfect Gene. They're almost like pajama pants, but they look like designer jeans, and they're built durable and they last. They come in so many different washes and styles and cuts. These are the only jeans you should be wearing. I don't know why it's 2024 and we're still wearing hard pants. It's ridiculous. I've worn these to premieres. I've worn these on specials. My Netflix special, I'm wearing Perfect Gene. I'm wearing a Perfect Gene t-shirt. They're my favorite clothes in the world, so they look amazing, but they feel amazing. Feel like they're custom made, and they look fantastic. They have sizes from 26 to 50, lengths from 26 to 38. It doesn't matter if you're a short king, a thick daddy, or somewhere in between. You can find the perfect fit for the body that you are rocking. And for a limited time, our listeners get 15% off their first order, plus free shipping at theperfectgene.nyc or Google The Perfect Gene. You'll get 15% off if you go to theperfectgene.nyc and use code BABYBUNS15. Do it. Tell them we sent you and start feeling better in your buns today.
I'm going back.
Yeah.
Your son works for you.
Yeah.
How old is he?
He's 21 now.
21.
Yeah. Best day of my life is when he started working for me.
What?
Cause man, I missed a lot with him.
You just want to be with him.
I sacrificed everything for him. I was a road hog, man. I stayed on the road
to make money.
Yeah. And when I divorced his mom,
haven't you been killing it for like a really long time?
It was crazy. I'm not gonna lie, it was crazy. I was doing 2 weeks in like every market. I was like, if I was at the Improv in Chicago, it'd be like 14 straight shows, 16
That's what
straight
I mean.
shows.
Whenever this is my relationship with you. Whenever I'm at the Brea Improv and I'm like, four sold out shows, and someone will be like, Joe Coy did 27, and I'm like, and they go, and your late show Friday, it's not sold out. That's just me going like, oh, old Holmesy doesn't get his nuggets today. Just a Happy Meal for old Holmesy. And they're like, yeah, Joe Coy, and he bought the staff, whatever. I mean, you do so. What kind of is it? Some of that. I don't know how to ask this without it leading. If you're selling out 7 shows, 8 shows, 12 shows in Chicago,
Yeah.
couldn't you do that and then not do the rest of the month?
No. Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
But then I was doing, this is crazy.
That
I
seemed
would
like
do,
a judgmental
I would do,
question. I was just wondering
no,
if you
it's,
ever
you're
thought
right
about
though.
that.
You are right.
Yeah.
But it was just like, I also want to make sure my son has the best. Like I had that. Like I don't want to be able to, I don't want to ever be like, go to my son's friend and go, you buy him nuggets. You buy him nuggets. You couldn't afford an extra $1 for my son. I wanted to make sure that my son had the most amazing childhood, and when I'm gone, I want to make sure that he's good.
You were going to make sure you had
I'm going to make sure
lots of bread.
Lots.
Because if you're selling out how many in Chicago?
Oh man, I would kill it. Like 14, 16.
Okay, if you're doing 16.
Yeah.
16.
Yeah, I would have to stay there for 2 weeks.
So that's
Brea, I would do Brea.
that's
and
$200,000
more.
more.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
It would be way more
how
than
many Jordans does your son need, bro?
I know, it's so dumb.
But that's why you're hanging with him a lot.
But
now.
I also have to take care of a lot of family.
Okay,
Like I take care of a lot of family.
got to buy a lot of nuggets.
And yeah, every kid is going to college. I'm paying.
You got that Joe
every
Coy
niece, every nephew.
fund.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, man.
Yeah, man. I got immigrants in my family, bro.
Yeah.
We struggle, bro. Like,
Right.
yeah.
So you did that feel like a burden, or was it like a?
My aunt was the first Filipino woman to ever represent the Philippines in the Olympics in 1960. I can't remember. It was with Muhammad Ali, right? And then she came to this country in the 80s, and she, because they brought her here to be a judge, right? And she defected, and she wanted to provide for her family. And in doing so, she never told anybody about who she was. And even I was like scared to tell people. And, and she's got all these cutouts and newspaper clippings and all this that she's, she did this for the Philippines. And then when this Filipino just won the gold, who I'm so proud of, you know what I mean? I posted about it and everything. But it was so beautiful because, she's in her 70s now. They said first Filipino to represent the Philippines since Evelyn McLuhan.
Wow.
And they say it all over the paper, and that's my aunt.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible.
And now she can take a deep sigh, because she's been holding it in this whole time. Because she's so scared to let people know that that's what she did. But it's like, motherfucker, you were poor. You know what I mean? And you wanted the best for your kids. Like, it's okay.
You mean the defecting?
Yeah, she did it, man. Like, and so what? Look what she did. Look at her daughters are fucking. She's got a doctor for a daughter. She's got, she's got great kids, and like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah. How does it feel to you? And I don't know how to say this, but I'm like, safe space. However it felt, I'm sure there was part of it that's invigorating. Your ticket got punched. Joe Coy. I'm sure there are moments where you're like, it's fucking incredible. I can support my family, my community.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of immigrants in need here.
yeah.
Did you ever also go like, God damn it, this is a lot?
No, I don't care. I love it.
Which part do you love?
All of it. I love all that shit. I don't tell anyone. Like, this is like, I swear, if you look at any interview, I don't talk about this, because I love it. I really I feel like this is my job. This is what I'm supposed to do. Like, my mom
Take care of your
made
family.
me to take care of.
Yeah.
And I think that's how it is
But
mostly
see, I
in our
saw
culture.
I saw that in Easter Sunday. I'm a golden boy too.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not trying to compare. I'm trying to relate. I also felt, and at a certain point uncovered, like there's a weight to like when your sister in the movie says there's a fight between these two. We're counting on you to
Yeah, that's me.
solve that.
That is really me.
And that's me too.
Yeah.
And then you also have like family members, and you gotta pull it for everybody.
Yeah.
This is a really presumptuous question. You haven't gotten in touch with a part of you that's like, it's kind of a big ask.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And I even told my ex-wife, like, you know, that's why we're best friends. When we got that divorce a long time ago, like when my son was 1, I go, we're not gonna fight. Like, we're not gonna fight over money. We're not gonna fight over anything. Like, my goal is to make sure that our kid is going to be friends with everyone in our family. Because that's why I don't know anyone on my dad's side. Because when my mom and dad divorced, my mom was like, you're not talking to him. No. It's over.
I hear a lot of reparenting, right? So you're like, my son's going to have the best. I'm going to work really, really hard.
And so is my family.
And I'm going to stay best friends with my ex-wife.
Yep.
There'll be no fighting. So is it safe to assume, and this is beautiful.
I told her, I go, because when she met me, I was working at Nordstrom Rack. I was broke. And I told her, I go, it's going to happen for me. You don't need a lawyer. You don't need any of that. We don't have to split anything. I go, I promise you, when I blow up, you got it.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
At the rack?
You call
This
her
motherfucker
right.
got confidence at Nordstrom Rack.
I did. You call her. You can call my ex right now. I bought her a house in front of my house right now. She lives right next to me.
You bought her?
At every stage of my career, when I was selling out, if I was selling 8 shows out and I had like a condo, I'd made sure that she would have a house next to my condo. And then when I bought a house, I made sure that she moved right next to my house. And then when I bought like another house, I was like, oh, you're going to get this house. You can have it. And now she lives, literally, I'll wake up in the morning and she's got a cup of coffee in my living room. Like, we live.
You guys
10
are like
steps
life
apart.
partners.
Yeah, man.
Friends.
And it's the best. And I love her, man. She's everything.
Because you're pals, what wasn't clicking romantically? I'm sure you guys joke about it.
No, we know what it is. I was trying to be a comedian, and you know, she was aspiring, you know, to be a singer, and you know, and then we had the baby, and we were both young. I knew I couldn't be I couldn't be a husband. I'm grinding right now. Like, I have to be selfish right now, and I knew I had to be selfish. For me and my career, but I'm not going to neglect this. I promise you, I will give you everything. Just let me get out there. I need to get out there now. You know what I mean? Not just for my son, but for everyone.
And was your dad like that? Your dad was in the Air Force, so was he
And
away
I think
a lot?
that's why. Look, no disrespect to my dad. You know what I mean? I think times in the 80s were different when you got a divorce. There was a lot of that, you know, you can watch comedians talk about divorce. Like, fuck that bitch. You know what I mean? You better get a lawyer. And it's just like, what mentality was that? Right? Like, I never understood it. And unfortunately, that's the kind of divorce my mom and dad had. You know what I mean? And I was a product of that, where I'm cursing my dad. Like, where the fuck are you? You know what I mean? And my mom's right behind me. Yeah, where the fuck is he? And I did not want my son to ever say that to his mommy about me.
Right. But for his work, he was away a lot before things got.
Well, he was military.
Chunky,
you know what I
funky?
mean? It was just, man. There's so much, and this is why I don't like putting too much shade on my dad, because our family was so toxic. It was so bad. It was so bad. My brother had, you know, he has a mental illness, and when he was in his teens, he was violent. You know, there was cops at the house all the time. He had to go to the hospital a lot. It was just a lot of fucking trauma mentally. You know what I mean? My sister, my
Was
mom
that
didn't get along.
undiagnosed at the time? It was just like
No, they knew he had something.
Yeah.
They just couldn't figure it out yet.
in the '80s. That's what it was. They were
Yeah.
like, something.
It's something.
Yeah.
But we know he needs to wear these styrofoam shoes real quick. You
Oh,
remember
really?
those hospital shoes that were made out of like spongy styrofoam?
Yeah.
And we used to visit him, and he'd always let me take them home. Here, take a couple, and take those home. And I thought they were the coolest thing. But you know, as a kid, you don't know. Oh, my brother's sick. You don't know that. You just he's in the hospital, but you didn't know that it was.
Is he more
wrong.
dialed in now?
No, you know. But but so that's why it was very toxic and very, you know, hostile.
But that contributes to the golden boy thing too, right?
Yeah, I just feel like I don't want my mom to, like, you know, she went through a lot, so I'm gonna make sure that we're all good.
Yeah.
We're all good.
Yeah.
You guys don't have to worry about it.
And did you get your mom a crib on the outskirts of Philly?
Oh man, my mom. That woman is so spoiled, man. It's crazy, dude. And I don't care. Just whatever. Yes. The answer is yes. Twice.
So what went goofy? What went goofy in your romantic relationship? If you're a good co-parent, good friends with this woman, I understand you both had your ambitions.
There was just no way it would function. There's just no way. I am literally, you know how the road is.
But
it's
now
like
that you're stable,
Wednesday night I'm flying.
Right.
Thursday I'm doing, radio, and then Friday I'm doing more radio, and then Saturday I'm doing it. Sunday I'm doing another show because we added another one. Now I have to catch another flight on Monday just to get home, and then Tuesday I'm resting, back on a plane Wednesday. It's like that's not a father, and I'm just like, instead of us fighting every week, let's just
that you're not around.
Yeah, let's just.
But could you be partners now?
She's my life partner.
Shipped.
I don't.
She asked me to ask you this.
What?
Why aren't you just together? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I think we both know that it's just, we have such a beautiful thing. I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to ruin it over some dumb shit.
Yeah.
When we can just be the best of fucking friends. She lives the best life, man. And she deserves it.
That's really sweet. I loved that moment. That was a really nice moment. So you did something similar. Like, I got married. Being a comedian doesn't vibe with that right away. That's an oversimplification in my case, but like I was going out. It's even worse. I'm leaving the house. This is in New York at like 4, barking, handing out flyers, doing my show at like 1 a.m, going home. I'd see her in the morning, come back, have dinner, then I'm gone again, making no money, losing money.
Yeah, losing money.
So it was very unromantic, very unsexy. And then after we split, I dated a comedian, and I really enjoyed that. Like, I love that.
Carrot Top?
It was Carrot. CT and I had we have the record for the longest 69. I don't know if you know. There's your prop.
And it's a big clock, too. He goes, time.
The record for the longest 69, by the way, is 2 minutes, 13 seconds.
No way.
It's not a long activity.
Wow.
So we did 2:30.
My neck gave out at 1.5 minutes.
Yeah, it's hard with a man on top.
I'm like, you're too tall,
I understand.
sir.
It's a burden.
That's what I said. Sir, we need to switch. That's what I said.
Let me ask you, did you love... This isn't like a clickbaity show. I'm just curious. You went from that, and then now you dated Chelsea, and that was like I have to imagine 2 really driven people. There must have been something really nice about that.
She's amazing. Like,
we understand each other.
You can't deny Chelsea was like the modern day Johnny Carson. That's what I always said that to her too. I was just like, what Johnny was for comedians is what you were for us today. Wow. Like, and if you went on that panel, just like if you went up and did stand up on Carson and he waved you over,
that's right.
It's like, wow, you just
if you killed on Chelsea Handler, if
you killed on Chelsea, you killed on the road. And look at her
career she made.
Her receipts. It's crazy. She's got so many. I mean, we can start with Kevin Hart, Whitney. Yeah. You can go Lonnie, me. The list keeps going on. Yeah. And it doesn't stop.
That's right. No, I the joke, Val, my wife, we always, because Chelsea did the show, and I was like, Val goes, "You're taken with her." I was really taken with her. I'm just really impressed with how sharp and talented and hilarious and beautiful she is. Yeah. I'm just curious.
She is so funny.
Did you like dating a comedian for such a driven person? I mean, it seems like that would vibe with that.
Look, we didn't stay together, and that's whatever. It's just.
But when it was good.
Oh yeah, she's incredible. She's incredible. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? And she is driven. And I think we're just both driven. That's all. So
but was there a pocket there where it was like, this is incredible, I can go away and not feel guilty? It's like the opposite of what ended your first thing.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. That was never even a thought at that time. Yeah.
Would you date
but it was we were both comfortable with that.
Would you date a comedian again?
I mean, I don't really even look at dating like that. Like, I would just date someone that's cool. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't be like, oh, you're a comedian. No.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm very I'm really selective with the circle I have, and I think
Of
because I'm
people.
and I also have like this thing that I built, and I'm very like to get through this gate. It's going to take a lot.
Into the ecosystem.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I have a lot riding on it. You know what I mean? And it's not just me and my son. It's like
You have a lot of
I got
employees.
a lot, man. I just got a text from my niece saying that her tuition's due.
Oh, wow.
And I paid it. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
the type of shit I got to deal with.
Yeah.
It's
They
like,
take Venmo?
They do actually. You think I'm bullshit? I will show you the text. You want to see it? I'll show you. This is no bullshit.
Venmo link.
No. It's watch. This is her like last week, and it's. By the way, I love you, Renee. I'm not shitting on you.
You're great.
and she's so smart. And this is the little niece. And look, hi Manong. Sorry to be texting you during. This is Sunday. See, Sunday.
Yeah.
September what? Yeah, I can't read it. My fucking font is so small.
I can do it. Sorry to be texting during your busy tour. Good open. Someone helped her draft
Oh
this.
yeah.
I know you're killing it already. Oh, little butter. Little butter helps the
Yeah.
bread go down.
But here it comes.
Auntie Gemma.
Yeah, that's my sister Gemma.
Oh, sorry, Gemma. Help me pay my tuition. So I wanted to say thank you for everything, really. I'm endlessly thankful for you guys in my life. Miss you guys and hope to see you soon. I love you, Manong.
Manong.
Joe.
Yeah, that's like uncle.
Uncle.
Yeah.
But yeah, you didn't reply. You ghosted her, dude.
No, I call her.
Oh, you called her.
I don't like texting.
Dude, old school.
Yeah,
I
I'll
love
call
it.
her. I'll FaceTime her.
Yeah, freak them out.
Yeah, and then I always tell her, if you don't get a fucking A, this ends. I'm not paying for a C, student. Get the fuck out of here.
Like in the movie.
Yeah.
You could have sent him to public school
I
and get a
could've sent
C
you to
minus for
yeah,
free.
Exactly.
How good is Brendan Wardell, too, by the way?
They were all. He was
He's great.
great,
And Eugene.
The whole cast was amazing.
Yeah, I know. And Eugene is so funny, and I've
Yeah.
known him a really long time, and now he's super ripped, which
Yeah.
it always freaks
It's crazy,
me out.
right?
Freaks me out. His arms in those scenes, getting upstaged by some arms. But then
Yes.
he's super funny.
Yeah, that was so much fun.
Yeah.
Putting that whole town, and then getting Tia. It's
I know.
and getting that was my goal was
Camera
to
one,
get
camera two. Camera one,
dude,
camera
and just like hearing the racism that she had to go through in Hollywood. You know what I mean?
wow.
And this was her first ever playing a Filipino.
Wow.
and that's amazing. Where the actual description says
Yeah, she played
Filipino woman.
Cantonese in Wayne's World.
Dude, the casting call was so horrible. Like when she tells you the stories of what she had to walk, get her auditions for, it's like it's humiliating.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
and
yeah.
like people need to recognize what these people went through when they had to walk through the fire. Now they just get to walk down this path. You know what I mean? But they went through a fire. Like Lou Diamond Phillips went through a fucking fire. I can't even explain what he went through.
You mean just
as far-
hatred?
Yeah, from everyone. It was
Prejudice.
just crazy, but yet everyone's banking off of what he just did.
Yeah,
And it's just like, bro, I'm not the bad guy here. I'm a guy that wants to be an actor, and you guys are sending me out to this shit, and I got it. And like, this is the Hollywood we live in.
Yeah.
But yet he gets it, smashes it, and now he's getting reamed by everybody. It's like, you're not Mexican. And the other one's like the Filipinos, you're not Mexican. And then it's like white people. It's just like,
This is happening now. I'm not familiar with any of this Lou Diamond Phillips heat.
yeah, that's what he went through when he did La Bamba. And it's
okay.
just like, and he crushed that role. You know what I mean? And it just sucked that it's not his fault. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yet, you guys are slaying him.
Right.
But yet it's killing in the box office, and he can't even nothing. But then we got this movie, and it was fun to hear that story. Like we would have so many conversations together, and he would talk about how this is just like I get to talk about my mom. You know what I mean? And just be like, my mom is, she gets to watch this where I talk about my mom.
Did she understand your mom, like when things started coming through for you? Like, did that make sense?
No, it still doesn't. It doesn't register.
Because in the movie, when
I
you
can't explain to her. It's look at me. I'm tense.
yeah, tell me everything.
It's just she does it. Spielberg. Oh, it's fucking what? Nothing. Can you donate to the foundation? Like that's it.
Wow.
And it's like yes, I'll donate. But to DreamWorks, yes, DreamWorks. But there's kids dreaming about
Work.
the schools, and we need to
School
build
works.
another one.
School works.
How many schools I built?
You built schools?
Yes.
Joe Coy schools?
Yes.
Are they called Joy Coy? Joe Coy?
It's always like something like, my sister too, Gemma, we build them out there all the time. It's fun.
Do you look at like just
In the Philippines, by the way.
people that don't have the immigrant backing that are just kind of going around installing a third pool? Are you like, fuck you? I guess what I'm saying is like, how do you feel about people who are so privileged that they don't have these considerations?
Yeah.
Are you like,
I was having that conversation.
I'm opening schools.
I was having that conversation the other day. I forgot who I was talking to, but I was just like I have money, right? But I don't have, there's some guys where you're just like, wait, you have all the money. Why am I building all these fucking schools?
That's right.
You have all the money, man.
Text Jamie Foxx that you said that right now.
All right, I'll text him.
Text him. Two X's. That's two X's in the
I have
name.
his number in here.
Have you been to one of Jamie Foxx's notorious
Yeah, he's amazing, man.
parties, though? He throws killer parties, I heard.
Oh, I've never gone.
No?
He's just amazing.
Yeah.
He's been so nice to me. He's great.
He's that dude is talent.
Beyond.
You know what I mean?
It's scary.
Like we borrow our talent from him. He leases a little bit for us. You see him on Comedians in Cars and you're like, why was anyone else on the show?
Yeah.
When he tries to do anything, you're just like, God damn it.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
It's crazy. And nails it when he does his impersonations on top of like his acting and then his singing and then his piano playing.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, your impersonations are also A++?
Yeah.
Like you can't even do a C-level impersonation.
To help us?
Yeah, you make Jay Farrow go, wow, that was good.
Yeah. Brutal.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's insane.
No.
And then you're like, there's no one better than Jamie Foxx in impersonations. And then Eddie Murphy walks in and I'm like, oh, Eddie does impersonations for fun?
Yeah.
That Tracy Morgan's better than Tracy Morgan, Eddie.
That's so funny.
No bullshit.
That's so
I
funny.
saw Eddie do Tracy Morgan on Kimmel, and I'm like, that's better than Tracy Morgan.
Yeah.
He did it like he didn't even have to get it. He didn't have to turn around and put on sunglasses.
Right.
He
didn't have a touchstone. He can just
unbelievable.
Eddie Murphy's another one of those guys that's just like, oh, that just is talent.
Yeah.
It's like a percentage.
Yeah.
And they're 100% talent.
I love that guy so much.
Eddie?
Yeah.
You know him?
Nope.
I've heard he watches.
He is my everything. He is the reason why I do stand up.
I've heard he watches all the specials.
Oh, he's beautiful, man.
That's what somebody told me.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
I love him. Like he's the greatest actor of all time. I'm sorry. You can say Denzel, you can say whoever you want. That motherfucker can act, bro.
He's great.
He's so. If you don't think he can, just watch The Clumps and you tell me if you can do that scene. Tell me if you could do that scene after 9 hours per setting.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
go in and talk to a tennis ball and remember every reaction that you had with that tennis ball, that you know what that person said, and you're gonna react and look flawless. Get the fuck out
that's
of here,
right.
bro. That whole table scene was genius. He should have got 9 Oscars. Costume, acting, written by, everything. He should have got it.
You're right. When Denzel wins.
I love Denzel.
I do too.
Yeah.
But that's why we're using a high bench here.
Yeah.
But he's acting with a person.
Yeah.
And he's not wearing 9 pounds of makeup.
He is responding and reacting to the other actor.
Yeah.
And by the way, the actor is probably pissing his pants because he doesn't want to fuck up because it's Denzel. You know what I mean? But Denzel just fucking nails it. Whatever scene you want, he's got it and he's going to react the right way. But you're going to tell me that everyone at that dinner table is him? And he's got to read his lines, react, respond.
I'm going to give you another Oscar.
Go to the room.
Editing.
9 hours of editing is cool, but you still got to react. You still got to remember. You still got to remember what you said, and then he has to respond correctly, and it's got to match. And he's still got to look at the tennis ball correctly.
Yeah.
And not only that, do an 8 to 10 hour costume change of makeup. That makeup was no bullshit.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal, and by the way, that's just one of the many movies where he's just so amazing.
No, he can do whatever he wants.
He
can do whatever he wants.
Robin Williams is another one.
Yeah,
and Steve Martin. It's like, these guys are geniuses.
You know what I've been doing with my mud water lately? Obviously, I'm obsessed with mud water. I love it. It's not just energy, but it's a warm, grounded feeling that's not jittery. It's earthy and solid. So when 3 p.m. rolls around and I'm losing energy, but I don't want to have another cup of coffee because it's like licking a car battery or holding an antenna in a lightning storm, I just want some natural, energetic support from the earth. Mud water, I've been putting it in my smoothie lately. Not only do I drink it hot, which I'm obsessed with, I don't add anything to it, just hot water. I've been throwing a scoop of it in my smoothie because how am I going to get all those functional mushrooms and superfoods in my body any more easily? I can't think of another way. And that's what it is. It's an organic, gluten-free, vegan coffee alternative that is so chock full of goodness, it's no wonder it makes you feel amazing. My energy's up and my sleep is improved now that I'm drinking less black, cough. Too much. It's powered by functional mushrooms and superfoods that boost your energy, your focus, and your immune system. Each ingredient in mud water serves a purpose for clean, natural energy. Their OG blend, which is what I use, contains cacao and chai for a hint of caffeine and a hot chocolatey-like flavor. Lion's mane for focus, cordyceps to promote natural energy, and both chaga and reishi to support a healthy immune system. Plus, I drink it when I'm fasting, supports healthy fasting. It doesn't break that fast, and I love it. And the box has Terrence McKenna quotes on it. Come on. This is a company I like to mess with. Mud water is like coffee's chill, yoga-loving cousin who went all spiritual after a retreat and came back more zen without any of the jitters. Imagine being alert and calm at the same time while not having trouble to fall asleep at night. Packed with adaptogens, antioxidants, and all those other fancy health words that make you feel superior to your coffee drinking friends. Head to MUDWTR, MUDWTR.com and grab your starter kit. For a limited time, our listeners get 43%, up to 43% off your entire order, free shipping, and a free rechargeable frother when you use code WEIRD. That's up to 43% when you use code WEIRD at MUDWTR.com. After your purchase, they're going to ask you how you heard about them. Please say our show. Help support the show. Stay energized and refreshed all summer long with mud water, and maybe add it to your smoothie because life's too short for anything less than natural, delicious energy. We're also brought to us by our friends. I'm recording this on the road. What's this? This is my little vitamin thing. I look like an old lady, but I don't go anywhere without my Ritual multivitamin, my daily, once daily for men, and also their pre-post probiotic, which is called Synbiotic Plus. I swear by it. It makes me feel ready to start my day. I feel good knowing I'm filling those nutrition gaps in my diet. I'm a mostly vegan, so I have a lot of those gaps. So filling that in, and I have that evidence from my doctor, taking Ritual has made a difference in my physicals, in my life. So if supporting foundational health was a sport, trust me, you would want Ritual on your team. They made Essential for Men, a multivitamin that's based solely on science and designed, as I said, to fill those common nutrient gaps with 10 key nutrients. According to the CDC, fewer men than women meet the minimum daily intake recommendations for fruit and veg, and men are more likely to overvalue exercise and undervalue nutrition. Well, cut it out with Ritual, a multivitamin scientifically developed for men to fill those gaps. It is traceable. It's 10 key nutrients in 2 delayed release capsules per day that dissolve later in the small intestine, so it actually gets absorbed into your body. Gentle on an empty stomach, which, as I just mentioned, I fast. You can take these on an empty stomach and it will not upset it. And it makes taking your multis actually enjoyable with a minty, delightful aftertaste. So try it. I swear by it for years. You gotta get this into your routine, into your ritual. Essential for Men is a quality multivitamin from a company you can actually trust. Get 25% off your first month for a limited time at ritual.com/weird. Start Ritual or add Essential for Men to your subscription today. That's ritual.com/weird for 25% off.
Tell me about when you were starting. It said you, what I read online was that you rented out a theater and then went door to door.
Yeah.
I've never heard anything quite like that. Would you tell me about that?
So in Vegas, they gave me 2-for-1s at Catch a Rising Star, and they're like,
So
here.
how
So
did
I was
you get
opening
that
for
show?
somebody.
You were opening
Yeah.
for someone.
So there was a guy that was the booker for Catch a Rising Star, and he was dating like a local comic at the time that was doing some nightclub shows every Thursday, and I would do it. I would go up at this nightclub and perform, and I'd fucking kill, right? And then the booker was there because he was dating her. And when I got off stage that night, he goes, "You want to do a week?" I was like, "Yeah." And so I did a week. And then after that, he goes, "You want to do another week?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he started giving me these 2-for-1s. And I was opening for comics. And he goes, "Yeah, just give it to everybody. Give it to all your coworkers, blah, blah, blah." And I give all these 2-for-1s. And then I would go on stage, and the guy I'm opening for is like, "Yo, it's a packed house out there. I'm killing it." And I'm like, "Oh." And I'd walk out there. I'm like, these are my people. These are my 2-for-1s.
Because you hustled it.
And I'm getting $75.
Yeah.
And he's getting the week.
Oh,
so I'm like,
you were like, I'm the street crew for this guy.
$75 a night.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm doing 12 shows. I'm walking away with $1,000.
Yeah.
For 12 shows, right?
Yeah,
From Monday to Monday, or no, Monday to Sunday. It was like 7 days, right? And then, so that I did that one time. Then he asked me to do it one more time, and I was like, wait a minute, why am I doing this? Why am I doing 2-for-1s when I can just take all the cake, you know what I mean, and rent out a theater? So I rented out this place.
You thought of that? You were just like, I could do that?
But I got that from my mom because my mom would do the Knights of Columbus. I saw her do it. So I guess.
What a good story. No wonder Spielberg loves you. That's got a lot of heart. You saw your mom build a community, find her fan base.
Oh, yeah. My mom
rented out a venue, sold it out.
Yeah.
Then you were doing the same thing.
Yeah. And then she would make my glove. Like, you'll see pictures of me with a Michael Jackson glove that she made. She would stitch it. I still have it.
God.
I still have that glove. And so I guess, like, she didn't teach me it. I just saw her. So I just knew that was the move. Like, wait, she did that. Like, I can do this. Like, I can. So I rent out this theater. It was $660. I remember it was $660 to rent out this 600 seat venue, right? It was a Huntridge. It was the old school movie theater from the 40s, right? It's on Charleston, Maryland Parkway. It's just not a good area, right? And I had to buy security, and I had to buy $1 million insurance, right, to do it. And so it hit over 1,000, and I still got to fly my comics out, right? And so I got sponsors. So what I would do is I'd make 600 tickets, right? And then I would put your ad here on the back of the ticket. And I would go up and down Charleston and ask people if they want to put their ad on the back of the ticket. I go, if you want to just buy this ticket, you know, it's like $600 to put your ad on the back of the ticket.
And you made that number up?
Well, I was just thinking I have 600 tickets, so $1 a ticket. I thought that would be and I will put your ad back here.
See,
and make it a coupon, and it'll turn the ticket into a coupon. And if I'll sell this place out, I promise. And then they can. I'll tell everyone that you use this coupon to go to this store. Wow. And everyone would say no. Everyone said no. And then I got to this auto mechanic, right? Asian guy. I still know his name, Paulo Gata. And I never met him before. And I just walked in, and he had oil on his face. I'm just like, yeah, what's going on? I had this whole like booklet of like comics and all this. And I go, I'm doing a show on Huntridge. It's right up the street here. And I got like 600 tickets. I wanted to, I'll put your ad here, and we can make this like a free oil change or 50% off oil change. And he goes, all right. I go, what? He goes, yeah, that's it. He goes, I'll give you $1,000. He fucking wrote a check out for $1,000.
Wow.
Yeah, and then he became my sponsor for like all the shows.
What?
Yeah. I wrote about him in my book. Yeah.
What is happening, Nordstrom Rack?
Yeah. That's why I knew when I got to LA, I was like, it's going to happen. Like, I will make this happen.
Because you were doing it. That's when you're in Nordstrom Rack in LA. But you had already been seeing that you could yourself.
I knew I could get people in the seats. And I knew I would never do 2-for-1s. I will sell tickets.
Here's a weird one.
You know, my favorite story is there was always stories of like, I would tell my son, I was like, I'll hand out cards everywhere. And I tell every comic that opens for me, when you're done at my show, they don't remember who you are. They're here to see me. So go out to the front and hand out cards. Hand out as many as you can. Like it's Halloween and you got all the candy. Just hand it out until you don't have any more. And if they fall on the ground, they throw it on the ground, that's fine. Pick them up. I did. Just fucking get your name out there, right? And I say it all the time. Do it. And they're doing it. They do it, right? And then, so I tell this story. My son's always heard this story, right? And then cut to, we're at the Laugh Factory, and now my son's 21, and he's with me. and we're standing on, where the light is, where that hallway right there by the stairs, and we're standing there, and Alonzo walks up, Alonzo Bowden, right, walks up, and he's meeting my son for the first time, right, because he remembers me way back in the day. We come up together, and I'm like, Joe, this is Alonzo. We used to do this room all together, and Alonzo's like, oh my God, this is your son. Oh my God, you're big now. Blah blah blah. He's talking. He's like, man, I go way back with your dad, man. Like, he'd do these shows. I do shows with him, and at the end of the show, I'd go upstairs, and your dad would go out front and hand out a bunch of cards. And I look at my son. I go, see, and then Alonzo goes like this. Yeah, I should have handed out those cards.
Wow.
Yeah, it's so funny. And we both laughed. Alonzo laughed. And it was just a great moment.
You got that dad moment. That's dad gold.
Yeah, because and Alonzo goes, I should have handed out cards.
Dude, when I opened for Jim Gaffigan in Cleveland, and this is way before anyone was doing this, he'd stand out after the show, he's headlining, and he'd get everyone's email. And I remember he goes, when you come back, he's like, it's gold.
Yeah.
It's gold. No one was doing that.
Yeah.
It's before social media. It's before websites. He would just get their emails while he was selling CDs. So you're absolutely right.
Yeah, man.
I love that.
Yeah, it's so cool to. And by the way, Alonzo Bowden's a beast, you guys.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
At Montreal, when Just for Laughs was around, if you saw Alonzo Bowden on stage, you'd be scared because he would annihilate Just for Laughs. Yeah.
Here's the weird question I was going to ask. I love that story. Thank you for telling it. But before you said it, I was going to say, the ingredient in all of this Nordstrom Rack confidence, all of this, I'm going to sell 600 seats in Vegas, I'm going to fly in the comics, I'm going to get the mechanic to sponsor it. It all hinges on you being excellent.
Yeah.
And you are excellent.
Yeah.
You have not a full Jamie Foxx, don't get crazy.
Yeah.
No, none of us have that.
Yeah.
But you have a shit ton of talent. What's going on? Like, when did that show up? Are you a Chappelle? Like you went up 16 and you just kind of like water going down a mountain?
Yeah.
Or did you suck?
No, I just. Are you talking about when I first
when
started?
You started. When I said you suck, we all suck. Did you suck?
But I also, I'm 50. And if you do suck, what do you suck?
What do you suck?
You tell me first.
Big ol'. We cut to a commercial.
Yeah.
Big ol' sweaty.
Coca Vita. No, but my time, there were no comedy clubs when I started. I think that's another reason why I had to open my own venue. So it wasn't that. It was just trying to get stage time was crazy back in the, 91, 92.
You had to create it.
You had to create it, and there, by the way, race is a big thing. Not people, a lot of people know this, but there was, if you were other than white, you got the off nights.
Right.
And they were theme nights.
Yeah,
Refried Fridays,
yeah.
Chocolate Sundays, Molbetta Mondays.
It's like how
Fat Tuesdays.
Like old Nintendo games were racist. That's how comedy clubs were in the early 2000s.
Yes.
And still.
Yeah. And people don't know that. And it's and it was even worse in the 90s. It's like if you didn't have a sitcom, then you weren't headlining the weekends. And it's like, well, that sucks because they're not booking us in Hollywood to get a sitcom.
Right. So
how are we going to get into this room? But so it was a lot harder to get stage time back then. And by the way, it's hard to get stage time now, but I'm just saying it was fucking hard back then.
Right.
Really hard.
You're competing with a lot of white guys that do have sitcoms.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And then, so what did you... So answer the question, though, did you stink at the beginning? And I'm just assuming you did.
Yeah, I mean, the beginning was always rough. It was like bomb. And it's like, okay, but I'm not stopping.
But you knew you were good because of the... What?
I didn't care. I knew I was funny.
Yeah. You just were like, can I be funny up there?
Yeah, and I mean, but it kind of started happening right away, like the laughter, you know what I mean? But it was like finding out who I am and all that shit came about.
Well, that goes back to my question. When did you realize people really want to hear about your family and stuff?
that was like maybe 10 years in.
I'm not surprised. It takes a while.
Yeah.
Because when you're in the ocean, you don't know you're in the ocean. And then someone goes like, your mom did what?
Yeah.
And then you start telling it on stage. That's what happened?
Yeah, it was Super Nintendo was the big one. Super Nintendo or Wii? I think it was the Wii.
You had a bit about the Wii?
Yeah, the Wii was the one where even I was surprised what I was seeing because I was in the living room. It was Christmas, And my son got a Wii for Christmas, and he's playing. Then my mom was like, "What is this?" And she picked it up, and now they're both playing tennis, right? They were playing tennis together, my mom, and then she's talking shit. Like, "Oh, my God, you suck." And then my son would leave, and then now I'm playing her, and now she's this fucking bully online. I'm like,
She's a troll.
I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
She's a Wii?
You've always been this? You're a gamer? Who the fuck are you?
Wow.
And yeah, to the point where I had to buy her that. And then I told that story, and I'm like, oh,
They like it.
I need to, but I also need to tell this story.
Yeah.
Because now I started getting people walking up to me that weren't Filipino.
Yeah.
That just
Relate.
had moms. I had black moms walking up to me with Wii controllers. I had white moms walking up to me with Wii controllers. Can you sign it? My mom does the same fucking thing.
No
And
way.
that's when I was like, oh, it's not about being Filipino. It's about being a mom.
Right.
You just need to hear my mom's version.
Right.
And you need to know that we relate.
Right.
Instead of looking at my mom going, oh, I'll never understand what that life is. It's like, no, you'll understand because you both play fucking Wii like assholes.
Right.
Yeah.
The weird phenomenon, the more specific you are, the more universal you become.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that so much. We have about 30 minutes left. Well, ish. Don't feel like you have to stay for 30 minutes if you have to roll. But we're towards the end here. There's a couple things. We usually talk about the meaning of life. Do you have any framework for that?
Meaning of life? My meaning is different from anyone else's meaning.
What do you mean?
That was good. That was good. That was good. That's one of those turn-on moments.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What's your meaning mean?
What does your meaning mean?
What do you mean when you say meaning?
And don't be mean about it.
Don't be mean when you say
Just-
what you mean about
Hey, tell me
meaning.
what you mean, and don't do it in a mean way.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? God, that doesn't know how to cheers.
Oh, Joe!
Hey, cheers to you.
Puts his dick in the beer? Is that what it is?
Puts his dick. Yeah.
Cheers!
Cheers.
Okay!
That's how we cheer where we're from. The fuck are you from, Brazzers?
I like that you turned into Kyle Kinane when you're cheersing. That's how I cheers. Kyle? What were we saying? Oh, yeah. What's your meaning?
I just like, to me, I want to be happy. Two, I think you're here to change. Like, you know, in my family, there's a generational curse that keeps living on, right? And I feel like my meaning here was to fucking break that.
What was
And
that
that's
curse?
my meaning.
What was that curse?
I just feel like there's just so much tension in my family for some reason. And I'm probably going to get shit for saying this, but it's like, look, man, it's all bullshit. You know what I mean?
All
It's
the
like,
fighting.
It's all dumb.
Yeah.
So why are we doing this?
Right.
It's all make believe. No one really feels this way.
Yes.
You guys are bored. You're very bored, and this keeps you occupied.
Yeah.
And it's
Like the internet.
all it's all bullshit.
This is your internet. That's what you should say to
I'm
your...
living. Yeah.
to your feuding family.
I'm living real life internet.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't like. This is where my focus is in my family, and the reason why is because I want to make sure that my son and his cousins don't live in the world that my sisters and I and my cousins had to go through. You know what I mean? Did I say that right? I don't want my nieces and nephews to go through what me and my cousins had to go through. That's what I meant to say.
I know half as many of you, half as well as you deserve, and I like half of you less than half.
Yeah,
from
yeah.
The Lord of the Rings. Listen, I get it. What about some sort of grand meaning? That's your meaning, and I love it.
Yeah.
Do you see some sort of God, some sort of higher purpose to this?
Yeah. I mean, we're here. How do we get here? We'll soon find out. You know what I mean? But to say you don't. But just know that, you didn't just appear. There's something else. And we'll get to meet that later. And whoever it is that you believe in, you'll meet it. You'll meet it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, and I'll meet it too. And when I do, that whatever it is going to be proud. And also go, hey man, remember when you jerked off in that theater?
Oh, no. That's how you christened in your
Yeah, that's how I
600
heard that,
seats.
yeah. Well, I mean, no, I didn't. I'm joking. Wait, you do jokes? Yeah, man.
Get in here.
Come on.
So afterlife,
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
And we're gonna be good. We're gonna be good.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah, we're all gonna be good. I love what Seinfeld said. It was some interview, and he's like, I don't know what it's in me. Like I took the information, I stored it in because what he said was so right. But he said that all of this shit doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think
Like it doesn't fucking matter. It was an interview. He's like, oh, you're mad? What are you mad about?
Yeah.
What are you mad about?
Yeah. I firmly agree with that. I heard Seinfeld say once, I think it's from Zen. He's like, we're all just raindrops on a windshield. It couldn't be from Zen because there's no windshields, but it's very Zen kind of thing to say. We're all raindrops on a windshield and the wiper's about to.
Yeah.
So like live accordingly.
I love it when you hear stuff like that because, on stage, I've been doing this thing where I go, I'm at that age now where I don't care. I had a lot of road rage when I was in my 20s. It's like if you cut me off, I went fucking ape shit as if I was going to do something. And just pray to God that I don't get to a stoplight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's just keep this anger moving. You know what I mean?
Let's stay Autobots.
And I'd be so mad. And I didn't know where all this energy was and why was I getting rid of it like this on someone that I don't even know. That could probably fucking kill me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now I'm at that age where I'm like, I'm not that mad. I say this now. I've been saying this, and I'm not even that mad. So that's all fake. I'm not really mad. I'm mad at myself.
That's your internet.
I'm mad at myself, but I'm not mad at this person that just cut me off. And now I'm at this age when someone cuts me off, I just pump the brakes and go, "Ooh, someone's in a rush."
Yeah.
Oh, you're in a rush. Okay, have a good day. But I don't get mad anymore. And when I heard Jerry say that, I'm like, okay. I know I'm not the only one thinking like this.
The ego would rather be angry or offended or have all these judgments than be at peace and vanish. We're afraid that if we sink into the bliss that is our nature, that is who we are in our hearts, that we'll vanish, and that scares us. So we go like, I don't like your fucking shoes or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So you can assert your existence over and over because we don't trust who we really are.
Yeah. Ooh, that's good.
Yeah.
I love it when Pete Holmes does that.
I'll do it.
I like it when you do stuff like
Just
that.
Pete Holmes.
I told you that,
out of you.
man. I told you that when I first met you.
Shit out of you, dude.
I told you that when I first met you.
At Hollywood Squares.
Yeah.
I know. I loved it. I was really excited to meet you. I don't know how our paths had never crossed.
Yeah. Same here.
Super weird.
Yeah.
And I wanted to tell you that Brea thing.
Really?
When Old Holmesy's almost sold out for. You're like, Joe Coy was here for last weekend. Oh, he did last weekend? No, he did last month. I'm like, God damn it. But no, now it sounds like I'm mad about it. I'm really happy for your success. I think you're super funny, man.
Thank you,
I really
man.
do. You ever see a ghost? You seem like a guy who's seen a ghost.
All right, so and this is no bullshit. Are you ready for this?
I knew it.
Never mind. Fuck it. I don't like that setup. I don't like that.
Let's start over. You ever see a ghost?
No, I like the other setup.
You seem like a guy who's seen a ghost.
All right, well, I got this one story.
I knew it.
God damn it.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Please. Ed Ryerson?
Huh?
That's from Groundhog's Day.
Yeah. We saw a bad one.
What?
Yeah. Haunted house in Hawaii. It was crazy.
A haunted Hawaii house?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah. Everything. Everything that you've ever seen in a...
No, shut the fuck up.
Everything that you've seen in a possession movie...
Shut up.
Happened in this house.
Tell me everything.
It's a long one.
We got the time, baby.
It's a long one, man.
You're doing it. We
so
get
I get
there
this
on a
Airbnb.
Tuesday.
So
a Scarebnb.
So yeah. That's the name of the movie, Scarebnb.
Get Spielberg. Let me put my dick in your beer.
Oh, shit.
Get fucking go. Yeah. You get your Scarebnb.
All right, so like I said, I fly all my nieces and nephews out. Like I give them the best vacation of their lives always, right? So I fly this, we always go to Hawaii. I rent out a house.
How is this not your movie?
It's crazy. It's insane.
I'm already dead that you're like, immigrant family, made good. I'm a famous comedian. I'm going to fly everyone to the horror house.
Yeah. I go. It's crazy.
Keep going.
So we rent this Airbnb out. My sister rents it out for us. And there's so many of us, right? And there's 4 rooms, right? Oh God, this is because when you hear this whole thing, all right, it's a long one. This is a separate pod.
I'm dying. I have to hear it.
Okay, so the minute we get in,
What is the style of the house?
It's old.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's everything scary that you can think of.
These are pre-bleeding walls.
The kids didn't like it the minute they walked in. So the 2 youngest was my son and Trey, right? My little nephew. And Trey immediately is like not having it, right? Like he's like, there's a Conjuring closet in the garage, which there was. There was like one of those closets that, like a drawer with the, you know what I'm talking about? And it was in the
Conjuring.
It was in the fucking what's it called? What is it called? Where you brought garage.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, that's weird. Why is that there? And then we go in, and now they're all looking which rooms they're going to stay in, right? So I got to put the girls. They want to stay over here, so they stayed in this room. And then the boys, all the little boys, the young ones, they found a room. They found a room with a secret door, which is already fucking weird.
Secret door.
Secret door.
Is it a little door?
No, it's a full fucking wall door.
And it you push on it and it opens?
It had a leather strap that was in the middle of the wall. And then you grab it, and it had like the weather stripping, like heavy weather stripping, so it really stuck. The wall, if you close it, it's the wall. Yeah, but harder than that. Like you got to fucking, like that. Oh, there's a room. This is scary.
Hello? Hello?
No, I'm going to close it.
Oh.
So here's my room, leather strap, open, this secret room, and that, of course, that's where the kids want to stay.
In the secret room?
Yeah, because they think it's cool as shit, right? And they're all young, right? And then they have their sliding door, which goes to the pool, right? So
the secret
so
pool.
they can enter through the pool, through the
Secret room.
the secret room, or they can go through my room and open up that door. And then there's another room where the 2 older boys are staying. They're both like 16 and 17, right? Or whatever. And they're going to stay in that room over there, right? So immediately we see the dresser, whatever, in the garage. Trey's already like not having it. And then a fly, the world's largest fucking fly. You ever see a fly so loud you can hear its wings? Like, yeah. And we're just like
halfway to a bird.
Yeah. And we're just like, and we couldn't because the high ceilings, and all of us were like trying to kill this fly. I swear. And all of us, all the kids are like,
it's not a house fly, it's a mansion fly.
It's a fucking dog with wings. It's a fucking pug, right?
It's an estate fly.
Yeah. Yeah. This fly is like an old butler, and it comes with the house. You know what I mean?
This is our Alexa.
Yeah. And there's good shit over there, and there's good shit over there.
He works for Postmates. You see him with a bag.
Yeah, it's just bags of shit. and then so now we're all seeing this fly because it's so loud, and so that's a distraction, right? We see the fly, and that throws us off because it's just gross, right? And then we're walking around the house, and then there's weird toys. You know what I mean? There's a clown, a glass clown. There's a yo-yo. There's a ball. And it's just like, who decorated this fucking place, right? Yeah. And then Trey starts playing with the yo-yo, right? And by the way, this is when Airbnbs just started happening. So I've never really done an Airbnb before. I only did it because I wanted everyone. I had a lot of us, and I can't keep doing hotel rooms because we got to like check the hotel rooms and make sure the kids are fucking up one room.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, Airbnb. So this is when Airbnb just started. It was
and
new.
we're unclear on the yo-yo policy.
Yeah,
Can we
and
play
the
with
reason
this?
why is when he did the yo-yo, it broke. Ooh. It flew across the room and hit the other, like whatever it was, the stand, whatever those are called, shelves. And I yelled at him. I go, don't touch shit. Like, just grab your clothes, put it in the room. That's what you touch. Like, this isn't our house. So you don't just start grabbing things and playing with it. So I yelled at him. I felt bad. And it was always Trey. You know what I mean? Like, Trey's adorable. By the way, Trey will kick everyone's ass in here right now. He's a fucking badass right now. He's
like Statham looking for a wig.
He is, bro. and he found it. I found my fucking hair. I found my wig and it doesn't fit right.
It's American.
I'm gonna fucking kill everyone in here until I find my wig with the widow's peak. I want the Pete Holmes hair, you fucking bastards.
I like the voice keeps going off road.
You have two options: get your ass kicked or suck my dick.
I thought it was gonna be give me a wig,
and everyone picks ass kicked.
Of course, it's an honor. Okay, so anyway, he breaks in and you yell and you're mad. But you've introduced a spirit of discord.
It's weird. I'm not even joking.
And the ghosts are like,
every room had like a toy chest. There's a toy chest here. It had these toys in it. And then went to, the girls' room. There was a toy chest there. I went to my room and the dresser had a baby blanket. And I'm just like, all these weird fucking things. So anyway, that happens. First night, me and one of the my older niece and my nephew, we go get something to drink, right? Because they can drink now, right? So we go have a drink, and that's fun. Everything's good. We come back and they go to sleep.
Spirits.
Nope, we go. Yeah. Oh, don't do this. Don't fucking do this.
Well, you introduced discord by yelling at Trey. And now you're having spirits.
Okay. I didn't know you were a witch.
Go on.
So what exactly was in this magic mind you gave me? You should be feeling it by now. Joey, you should be feeling it, man.
So anyway, we go have a drink, and that was the first night. So that's it. All right. Second night, we play Taboo. Is Taboo the game or categories or
not Ouija?
No.
Taboo is like you guess
where
words.
the kid has to act out.
Yeah,
and everyone has to guess it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's a little charades.
Whatever that is. We were playing a game, and the kids. Trey has two older brothers, and they're going in on Trey. They're going in on him. Right?
Trey keeps getting it.
And Trey's not having it.
Trey doesn't like
it. And mind you, Trey's been fighting everybody since he was like 6. This motherfucker can fight. And I told everybody, I go, Trey's going to kick everyone's ass. When he gets, I go, you guys keep fucking with Trey. Wait till he turns 15 because he's going to beat the fuck out of all of you.
Motherfucker.
And I used to say that all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been paying for his jujitsu since he's been a kid. And now he's a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right?
That's your
he's
fault.
doing everything. MMA, he's doing everything.
Oh, wow.
Right? And no, I'm good. I played my cards right. I told everybody.
Oh, yeah, you're set.
I've had his back since day one. And now I'm, he's protecting Uncle Joe.
Yeah.
But he's going to kill everyone around
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I love it.
Like the Dan Cook bit. Thanks for the candy.
I got my little nephew Trey on my hip. Fuck with me again, Pete. You're dead.
Motherfucker, Zach.
Trey.
I forgot about Trey. yeah, keep going.
Yeah. So now Trey's not having it, and he's eating Cheez-Its, and he's sitting like up against that little couch like that. It was like a couch like this, and they're making fun of him, and he's just eating these shit. He's eating it, and he's got this look like this, and he's just so mad, and they're making fun of him, right? And they're like, look at Trey, and I'm like, stop, don't do that with Trey. And then finally Trey gets up and he's had it. And he goes, oh, I fucking hate you. And he says that to his older brothers. And they're like, oh, what are you going to do about it? Right. And mind you, Trey's a kid. He's just a little, and he's like, I'll fucking kill you. Right. And now the game, whatever this game is, you know how all board games always turn into shit.
Especially Taboo.
So now the whole family's in a circle. I'm like, Trey, hey, don't say that. That you can fight, but you're not going to say stuff like, I kill you. And he goes, I'll fucking kill you. And then he's like, oh yeah, how are you going to kill me? He goes, I don't care when you're asleep. I'll fucking stab you. And I go, all right, enough. Game over. Everyone go to sleep. And I pull Trey to the side. You can't talk like that. He's like, I don't give a fuck, Uncle Joe. I fucking hate him. And it's just like this crazy shit going on. And I send everyone to the bed and we go to sleep. And I'm like, God damn. Like, it was crazy, right?
I'm loving this movie.
Insane.
It's terrifying.
It was
because I
terrifying.
know where we're going, and
it
I
gets
don't like
worse.
that he's like, I'll tell you what I'll do. It's 1776, and I'll stab you in the back.
Yeah.
No one will hear.
I'm Le Miserable.
Yeah, exactly.
So then
He has our golden hand.
So now I think it's day 2. So that was that one, and now it's day 2, and it's just weird. Everything's getting fucking weird, right? And I hear this thing where I'm sleeping in my bed, right? I'm sleeping in my bed, and the door is going, because I had a loose door already. The door handle's already loose, and it's like, what the fuck? I go, I yell one of my nephews, and I go, Connor, and he's like, and I'm just looking at it. I'm like, what the fuck? So I grab this girl that I was dating. Her brush was chewed up by a dog, and it looked like a spike, right? Like it looked like a wooden knife. Bro, it's like great. And I'm standing by the door with this fucking thing. Like, what the fuck? But here's the funny thing, Pete. In my head, I'm like, it's not a human. Like, I know it's not human. I'm just holding this.
Why do you know it's not a human?
Because who's jiggling the fucking doorknob? So already now I know there's some shit going on in this house, right? And it was like, and I can hear it. And I'm standing in front of it. Did it like 3 times. I'm like, what the fuck? Then it stopped. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to ignore it. I lay down, right? And then I lay down, lights are off, and then I hear, because there was a glass table in the dining room. I haven't told this story in a long time, so if it's all over the place, I'm sorry. But this is what happened. I'm giving you everything that happened. So the glass table is in the dining room, and I'm laying in the bed, and I know there's a glass table in the dining room because I hear, and it literally sounds like a quarter hitting glass. So if I had that, like, you know what glass sounds like, right?
Yeah, ting, ting, ting.
And it's got the glass sound. So I'm like, that's the glass table in the thing. I'm like, what the fuck? And then it just stops. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I text one of my nephews, see if they're up. No one's responding. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Then I hear the dishes, right, in the kitchen. I'm like, what the fuck? Text them, nothing. Fuck it, whatever. I'll stay up. I stayed up. I fucking stayed up. And I'm like, fuck it, I'll just stay up. And then what happens after that? Oh, I'll just stay up. Fuck it, I'll just stay up. So I just stay up. I go, I'll wait till the sun comes and then I'll just stay up. Right? I swear to God, I just
You'll
stay
take
up.
first watch?
Huh?
You'll take first watch.
Yeah, and I haven't told anybody, by the way. I go, I'm just going to fucking stay up. I don't give a shit. And then right around 5-ish or 4-ish, whatever, I start to doze off, right? And right when I doze off, I hear the fucking wall shake, right? So loud that I wake up, right? And right when I go up, the door with the leather strap goes like this.
Shut the fuck.
Swear to God.
Shut
and
your
it was
fuck.
so loud.
Shut your
It was
fuck.
so loud. Look, I got chills.
Shut your
the
fuck.
girl I'm with, she wakes up from it too. She's like, what's going on? And I go, you don't even want to fucking know right now. I go, just don't worry about it. I'm up. I'll tell you about everything tonight, tomorrow. Just go to sleep. I don't want to deal with this shit right now. And I walked over to the door. I looked in. They're all asleep. All the kids are asleep. And I'm like, motherfucker. And I left the door open, right? And I just sat there the whole night until the sun fucking came up. And then I went to sleep. And I think I slept for 4 hours. And then I was like, I got to talk, right? So now I need to talk, right?
I'm going to tell my story.
So I got to tell my story. I talked to everybody. And now everyone has stories. Everyone has stories, right? Everyone's got fucking... So the night that we went drinking... one of my nephews was like, yeah, I thought you guys were home already. I go, what are you talking about? I heard footsteps in the hallway. I kept yelling. I thought it was you guys. I came home. I go, what? Yeah, I just kept walking back and forth. And I just stayed in my room, but I thought you guys were home already. And then, when they came home, his brother walked in and he was like, I thought you guys were home already.
Oh, no.
And they never told me that. So they both confirmed that story with me. They were like, yeah, Connor was like, I heard footsteps going back and forth, and then when I came home, he freaked out because he thought I was already home.
Oh, God.
And I was like, what? And then heard another story, and then I told my story, And I'm like, all right, here's what we're going to do. Because I think that's day 2, right? And by the way, I rented this thing for like 11 days or 10 days.
Black
or some
screen.
shit.
Day 3.
Yeah. Yeah, for real. And then, so we all agreed that we're all gonna like bundle up.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Back to back.
Now the 2 boys that had their own room are all in the secret room. Right?
You chose the secret room as
Because it was near my room. Because we're all just gonna bundle up.
Yeah.
And then they were gonna sleep. My cousin and my other niece, but she's older, stayed in the other room down the hall. And I'm like, all right, let's go. Like, and let's just see. We'll ride this out. If we're all aware of it, it can't happen because we're all aware now. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get first. I get first watch. We all go to sleep because now we're all comfortable because we're all in one room, so it's not gonna fuck with us, right? I close that secret door, right? And I go to sleep. Right? And then all of a sudden, it was like 3:00 in the morning. Screams.
No.
Right? Yeah. Oh, they're all screaming. All the boys are screaming, Uncle Joe! Uncle Joe! Oh my God, Uncle Joe! I'm like, what the fuck? I get up, open the door, and my fucking tray is fucking.
No, he's not.
Yeah, 100%.
I can't handle this.
And I saw like
He's
I
going
used to
gargly.
I used to date a girl that would have seizures, right? And I know what a seizure looks like, right? I've seen it, right? Completely tense, right?
Yeah.
Completely tense, like can't move. Fucking, she would bite her tongue.
Yeah.
Blood would come out, right? Right, and fucking eyes rolled into the back of the head, all right, and just like that. That's what a seizure looks like.
Yeah.
This was not a seizure, bro. This body was limp, eyes fucking fully dilated, fucking shit come out of his mouth, and I'm like, fuck, and I was like, go get your fucking mom. Run down the hallway to get her. She comes running back, and by the time she gets back, he's like, he's looking at me like this. Who are you? Who are you? It's Uncle Joe. He said, I'm cold. And his arm starts going like this. He's trying to grab a thing. I'm cold. And then we put a blanket over him. He's like, I'm cold. And fucking out. Bro. That shit. I told everyone, pack your shit. We're out of here. And we all slept at a restaurant. It's called the Hawaiian Cafe. I think it's closed now, but I had all my needs. I felt so bad. I go, grab your shit. You got 5 minutes. We're out of here. Get the fuck out of here. And we all went to this restaurant, and we're all in the booth. All these kids are just sleeping, and I'm just eating with my girlfriend at the time. And I'm like, I don't know what to fucking do. And by the way, this is before I was like famous. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't like the guy, you know, no one knows who I am. And we're just eating, and I'm literally, and then I remember the waitress came over because it was like 6 a.m. by the time we got there. And there's another side story too. There's another one I forgot to tell you.
What?
So we called 911, right?
When he was having his thing?
After the seizure, right? But it wasn't a seizure. It was complete. He was.
Did you
possessed.
talk to him afterwards, by the way?
He finally
was he
came
like
through. He was just he was out of it.
But I mean, after like at the breakfast, was he like? Did he recall it? Did he know?
Yeah, he knows the story up until he went into convulsions. He remembers looking at his hands, and he yelled at his brother because his arm was moving, and but he wasn't moving it.
Oh,
and that's why he yelled at his brother.
Oh wow!
He went, Kuya, Kuya, and then Connor looked and he saw his hands like lifting. And then Connor went to put his arms down, and then Trey was like, ah, and then he went into convulsions. And then we called the ambulance, right? So my nephew was out front waiting for the ambulance, right? And I'm like, where the fuck? This house is literally next to a park by the beach, right? And it's on the corner. Like it's a cross street, and you're an ambulance. Like you're the fire department. You know your location. You know every house in your district. You guys study this shit, and they keep saying they're out front, and we're like, no, they're not. Like literally, and then he goes, Uncle Joe, they said they're out front, and now I'm on the phone. I'm like, they're not out front. Like, what are you talking about? It's not out front. We just called and they're saying they're waiting for you. They're out front. I go out. I'm like, look, we're both outside and it's not out front. They're not out front. Give me your address again. I'm like, all right. I give them the address again. All right, one moment. Just stay there. And we stay. Another 10 minutes come by, slowly pulls up, right? The fire truck. They get out. I'm like, oh my God, thank God you guys are. By the way, it took forever, right? And I go, oh my God, thank you guys for coming. He's in the room. He goes, all right, we'll be right there. And literally the way they looked, I was just like, all right. And I looked at my nephew. I'm like, what the fuck? And they just slowly putting their shit on, put it on. They walk down the hallway. Can you get up? I'm like, yeah, I can get up. And he stands up. He goes, do you want us to get the gurney or do you want us to walk with you? And he's like, I can walk. And he's walking. And I'm looking at Mo like, what the fuck kind of shit is this? Right? Then they put him in the ambulance and then he's sitting there. They're taking his vitals, right? And I look at Mona and I go, this wasn't a seizure. And we're not taking him to the hospital. Because it wasn't a seizure. And I think it's obvious. We already told our stories about this house. Something happened to Trey. They're not going to understand it, and he's not going to go to the hospital. So I go take him out. I go, we'll take him. Like, we don't need you to take him to the hospital. And then, so they're like, all right, cool. And then they leave. And I swear to you, and by the way, I love the fire department. I got nephews that are in the fire department. I love you guys. This is just what happened that day. And if this is to benefit the movie, I strongly feel like they were possessed.
Like that's how they were behaving.
I feel like they were possessed. Because even the way they pulled up was weird. Like they just kind of like had like this glass look on their face when they pulled up. Everything was eerie and weird.
Little Get Out.
It was a little, yeah. It was that kind of a feeling. And it was just, oh my God, dude. So anyway, at that point, when I got him out of the ambulance, that's when I looked at everyone and I go, pack your shit. 10 minutes, we're out.
Wow.
And we all got in the car. I had nowhere to go. I lost all my money on the Airbnb. I never got it back.
Did you tell them?
We called them and I go, look, man, I don't know how I can tell you other than something happened and there's something going on in this house and we can't be here. I go, I don't want all my money back, but can you give me a little bit? Because I got all these kids with me. And why would I give up an Airbnb with a full pool and all these rooms? Come on, man.
Right.
Like, I'm not trying to. And by the way, this is at the height of Hawaii. It's summer. Every hotel is booked. Like, bro, I'm not trying to pull a fast one. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that said something. And they were like, no, we can't do that. I'm like, all right, man. So I lost all that money.
Your contract.
Yeah. And it was the flight. You did not read the contract.
God.
So we're sitting in this booth. My sister is just trying to find a place. She can't find anything. Nothing. The whole Hawaii is sold out, right? And there's, I forget how many there is. I think there's like 9 of us. I can't remember, but we're all in this booth. And I remember we got there at like, I don't know, I'm making up times right now, but 5 or 6 in the morning. And we already ate, but now they're all asleep. I have nowhere to put them. I got all their clothes. And you can ask all my nieces and nephews, when you go on vacation with me, it's 2 bags and it has to be carry-on. All your clothes have to be in your duffel and your backpack has to have like whatever else you want. Your bullshit eye stuff and your computer. So everyone packs light. Nothing goes under the plane. So there's never luggage. It's always bags.
Yeah.
So they're all sleeping on their bags in this restaurant, right? And the waitress is like, she comes up. It was so sweet. She's like, because it's busy, right? Like they need the booth. And I looked at her, I go, we went through something really horrible and I have no place to sleep and we don't have a room. Can you just let them sleep here for a little bit longer until we find a room? And she was like, oh, that's fine. That's fine. And she let them sleep for like 3 hours. It wasn't until 9 that my sister was like, there's a cancellation at this hotel. It's a suite, but you guys they said they'll give you a cot and like the kids can sleep in the living room and maybe you can sleep. And I'm like, I'll take it. Wow. And I take this room and I get there. We get to the hotel. This is a long story. We get to the hotel. Like I said, no one really knows who I am yet. Like, and I'm standing there and I'm begging like the manager. I'm like, they haven't slept. I told them the story about the house being haunted. And I'm like, is there any way, they haven't slept, man. Like anything. And they're like, oh, we don't have anything. And I'm like, all right, we'll just stand here. And it's like, yeah, you probably won't get it till 3 because that's when they check out. We got to clean it. I'm like, oh my God. All right. And we're all sitting in the fucking lobby and they're all passed out. Right. I swear to God, this girl walks out from the back and she's seen me somewhere perform at like the blue, like some blue note or something, like some kind of a club. And she's like, you're that comedian, right, Joe? I go, yeah. She's like, oh my God, you're so funny. Are you staying here? I'm like, I told her the whole story. And she's like, are you serious? Like full on believing everything, right? And she sees them sleeping and she's like, give me a second. And she gets me a room, a suite that's connected with another room. You know what I mean? It's like a suite. And you know how there's always that door that someone else is sleeping on?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
The secret door in the hotel.
Secret door. Yeah. There was a leather strap. I'm like, what the fuck? Is this part 2? And then, so she gives me this room with another room. And it was a suite. So we had like 3 rooms.
Enough
you know
room.
what I mean? So the living room, boom, boom. And she gives it to me and we check. And it was like, she was an angel. Like she was my angel, right? And we get all the kids in. And here comes, I swear to God,
Here's the kicker.
it sounds like I'm making this shit
Here's
up.
the kicker.
That afternoon, I said, we have to go to a church.
We got to go.
You can call my cousin right now.
And you went to like
It was
pray
her
it
son.
away?
It was her son. I go, we have to go to a church. I'm sorry. Like, let's ask a priest to do a prayer or something.
To cleanse us.
And we go to a church. And this guy, we tell him the story, and he's like, I don't do that. But I will pray if you want me to go pray. And he goes and gets his Bible, and we're standing out front of the church, and he starts praying over him, and he puts a rosary that and he puts it over him, and he starts, praying over him. And I swear the way he was laughing, my nephew, was so crazy.
Trey?
Yeah.
He started laughing?
Yeah, with his with his brothers, and he was like, they were laughing. They probably had an inside joke, but I swear I didn't like it. I did not like it.
It was freaking you out.
It was freaking me out, and I'm like, and I yelled at him in the car,
and it all started again.
And then my car had a leather door handle. That door opened, and Trey fell out. No, but.
You were like, take it serious.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I felt like it was still around us, and I didn't like it.
Wow. Mm-hmm. And it never happened to Trey again?
Yeah, it did. It happened a couple more times.
That thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Nothing that big, but things were just, it was something was following him. It's finally gone, but it still freaks him out, Trey, to this day. We went to visit that house, like 4 years later. We all, went on a vacation in Hawaii again. And we went to that house. We all went to that house. It was crazy. It was such a weird thing. All of us looking at that house.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was weird. It was
That's
the
hardcore.
weirdest thing I've ever seen.
I should say so.
And when you see like a movie about possession, when you go, oh, that's why they do the flies. You ever see that?
Yeah,
There's always a fly.
There's always flies.
That fucking fly was there.
Yeah, that's the Amityville.
And the way
trope.
he was moving, like that convulsion was so crazy looking.
Yikes.
I told you it was going to be long. I told you.
There was no need to warn us. Thank you for telling the whole thing. That's crazy. Well, Trey's our next guest.
Yeah. He'll be here.
He'll kick my ass
He'll
when we're
be
done.
here.
Well, to cleanse the palate,
Yeah.
Can you tell me the time you laughed the hardest in your life? And then we'll get out of here.
Oh, man. There's so many times. I think
Maybe you were a kid.
I think Chris Rock's Bigger and Blacker
Okay.
made me, like, I love stand-up, but Bigger and Blacker was, not Bigger and Blacker, I'm sorry, Bring the Pain. Bigger and Blacker was amazing, too, when he did, the government and drug dealers. You know what I mean? I thought that was, the government's the biggest drug dealer. I thought that was fucking amazing. But when he did Bring the Pain was just fucking beautiful because it came at a time where socially you didn't think things like that would ever be said. Mm-hmm. Ever. Mm-hmm. Ever. And we were witnessing something that
overdue and impossible to do.
And said with like the most accurate precision
Yeah,
and
yeah.
delivered
And
with
authority.
the most,
Yeah.
bro. I mean, it hit my soul.
Yeah.
Like Bring the Pain hit my soul. And what was cool is I saw him at the Riviera Comedy Club working that out.
Oh, wow.
And I had to beg fucking people. I was working at the Excalibur Hotel and I was begging everyone at the front desk. I was selling him like, dude, he just quit SNL. Like, who the fuck does that? Like, I was like, this is before the internet. This is before Google. I was in love with stand-up and I was in love with Chris. And I was just like, he just quit SNL. Like, bro, like he's a genius. Like you didn't see blah, blah, blah. And I was naming, no one would go with me. I go,
wow.
I have 2 tickets.
Wow.
You don't have to pay. Just kind of was like, I have everyone down the whole front desk, no one. And then there was this one baggage guy that he was always fun. He was just like this fun guy. And he just walked up to me and he was like, I'll go. I go, what? He goes, yeah, fuck it. I'll go. He goes, do you mind if I, because Excalibur, you had to look like a fucking court jester, like the uniforms. They were horrible, right? So you can't just go in your uniform. You had to take this court jester outfit off, right? And he goes, all I have is this t-shirt underneath this. Is that okay? And I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go, bro. I'm like, let's go. And we flew. I did not want to go by myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we fucking flew. And we got to the Riviera Comedy Club and Chris is sitting on a table by the door. You know what I mean? And no one is saying hi to him. This is old Vegas where it's free ticket night.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
And there's a comedian up there and he just quit SNL. So he's spectacular. You know what I mean? And you get fucking buffet if you want. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So,
yes,
and then just gamble if you don't mind. Stay here and gamble. You know what I mean? You can see a black guy tell jokes.
Yeah.
And eat,
While you recoup from
eat
your
some fried
losses.
rice with coconuts. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Holmes? And then I'm like, I'm the only one in line, like freaking out that's Chris Rock sitting on this table. And I walked up and I go, man, I've been waiting a long time to see you in person. And it's so hard to say this because there was no internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I try and tell these kids, it's like to see him was like, is this happening in front of me?
Right.
You're the dude from Saturday Night Live, man. This is insane. I'm about to see you live. And that's how I was with Brian Regan too. I was like, oh, fuck, bro.
Yeah.
I'm about to see you in the same comedy club, by the way.
He's like, you too.
You too. All right.
Okay, enjoy the show.
Oh, really, huh?
Okay.
So you got 2 tickets?
Got 2
So you got
tickets.
2 tickets?
2 tickets.
2 tickets to see the Regan show.
Joe
Okay.
Coy's gonna sit in the 15th row. His mom's
There he
credit
is.
card.
He's way in the back. And
He's all
just
the way in the
laughing.
back. He met me before Instagram.
Oh, that's a ticket.
Horizontal.
Vertical. This is a ticket. And I walk up to Chris and I said, I waited a long time. And I swear to God, Chris goes, really? Swear to God.
Wow.
Like the most humbling thing
That was
I've
a
ever
good Chris
seen.
Rock. Really?
Really? All right.
Wow.
And have fun. And we sit there. I'm with this guy. I forget his name. I wish I remember this guy's name because he was amazing, man. And and by the way, comedy clubs weren't a thing back in the day. That was like that's what you did in your 40s, and you were done with the club scene. Let's go do comedy night, honey.
Like Jiminy
and then
Glick.
we'll fuck in the
Done
car.
with the club scene.
Yeah. and then so I'm sitting there with this dude, and he's fucking crying, and he's doing Bring the Pain. He's working the shit out, bro. And fuck, this guy is fucking crying. And I'm crying, right? Because I've never seen this. You know what I mean? And he's fucking crying. I'm crying. We're high-fiving, man. We're driving home, right? And he's just like, thank you for bringing me to that.
You gave him a gift.
I mean, I never knew what stand-up was. That was amazing. Like, that felt so good. Like, he literally was in
As he's
awe.
putting his jester hat
Yeah.
back.
As he puts his
3 jingly bells. Thank you, Joe.
Now I understand what my uniform is all about.
I wear it with pride now.
I wear it with pride when I get these bags and bring them up to rooms.
What a thing, man.
Bro, no, but seriously, he really was like, he couldn't believe what he just witnessed. And yeah, man. So to see that, the workout stage and then it hitting America and the world the way it did, because that fucking slapped everyone in the fucking face. Bring the Pain slapped everyone in the face.
Yeah.
And everyone was talking about it the next day.
Yeah.
Everyone was talking about Bring the Pain. Yeah, man.
Got to see a lot. And you saw Eddie. It's
Eddie.
incredible, man.
Yeah.
You've had some good
Paul
live
Mooney
luck.
opened for him.
Wow.
And I remember no one knew who Paul Mooney was.
Yeah.
And when I saw that walk out on stage, this guy with a pink fedora, he had this big pink fedora and a pink outfit. It was the craziest shit, sitting on the stool, just fucking annihilating every white person in the front row.
That's
And I'm just looking at this guy. I'm like, what is this? This is not on TV. Like, this is amazing. I was going crazy.
yeah.
And then Eddie walks out, and that was phenomenal.
Yeah, I believe it.
You ever see Raw? You watch Raw?
I watched Raw,
Remember
yeah.
the beginning part where he's standing behind the red? It's the red screen, and he's standing like this, and it's a black silhouette of him. That screen was every highlight he's ever done on SNL and his movie. He had like 2 movies, I think, at the time.
Yeah.
And there's 14,000 people in the Coliseum, and it's just flashing, Gumby and blah blah blah. And I just remember sitting there and watching, like looking at 14,000 people just crying, laughing at all these little highlights.
Yeah.
And then the screen turned red and he was behind it. It was the most rock star shit I ever seen. And the fucking crowd was like, just fucking 14,000 people stood and the screen opened and he walked through the middle of it. And I was like, holy shit.
Wow.
Jesus just
No
walked
opener?
in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he had Paul Mooney open.
Oh, that you just said.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Paul Mooney.
I was blending that with Chris Rock. Incredible, man. I wish I would talk to you the rest of the day. I have to love go.
you.
I
I
love
do
you too.
too.
I know you do. You said it first, actually.
Yeah.
You have to go.
Yeah. You're amazing, man.
Important. Big important guy, huh?
Yeah, I'm pretty big.
Got somewhere to be.
Yeah, I got some.
Jamie Foxx.
Nah, stop it. Yeah.
Got a text. Who kept calling you?
Spielberg.
Stevie?
Steve.
Man, I love this. I'm honored you did the show.
thank
Overdue. Thank you for doing it.
I love you, man.
I love you too. You're on tour too. So joecoy.com. Go see Joe.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for doing it. Would you say keep it crispy? It's how we close.
I love Keep It Crispy. By the way, that's our sponsor, Rice Krispies.
That's right. Oh, we should be sponsored by Rice Krispies and Modern Mammals.
Modern Mammals.
Put it in your beard
Put it in your beard.
or your pubes
Or your pubes.
or your eyebrows
Or your eyebrows.
or your ass hair if you're
Whatever
old.
you want to grow, it grows today with Modern Mammals.
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 Why are you saying it weird?
Huh?
That was a great huh.
I love you, man.
Huh?
I love you, man.
Thanks, buddy.
We'll be right back after these messages.